Yeah. Welcome to episode 314 of Open Your Toys Cast, the podcast dedicated to the four greatest action figure franchises of the 80s and all time. And those are, Brian?
G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, and Masters of the Universe.
Oh, yeah.
First try, right?
Yeah, we told you to be prepared. You're going to get the call.
Been practicing all day.
We've got a longtime listener joining us for the show today. Before we get into all the other about us, all that bullshit, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you, what you collect, how'd you start collecting? Again, elevator pitch style.
Keep it under an hour, right?
Yeah.
So I am like a lot of guys in this arena. I was a late 70s child, raised in the 80s. So if it's in the 80s, if it was a toy, a movie, whatever property it was, I watched it, I played with it, I had the game, whatever it was. So G.I. Joe and Star Wars and all that stuff, all the good stuff. And I, had all those when I was a little kid, and just somewhere in, that teen area when, a lot of us are kind of transitioning out of that, I got re-sucked back in with Star Wars when they did Powers of Force. So that was the one that kind of looped me back in, surprise. So I was just full bore on that. And I would collect other stuff at the time, some McFarlane and, whatever else was cool, and just kept going and kept going and kept going and never stopped collecting. It's just been a lifelong passion.
Nice.
Yeah, Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Ninja Turtles, a little bit of everything.
Hell yeah. So did you get sucked into the whole Power of the Force thing? Did you buy every single one and now they're worth 50 cents?
Yeah, I'm cashing those in and retiring next year. So, I definitely had a lot of those. I didn't go like full force on the all the variants, all the different. There's 1,000 of them. Yeah, card backs and lightsaber links and all that. But I was like, I need one of each figure, one of each version, and I'm good to go. So
there you go. Yeah, going through those, it was crazy to see the price tags on those. They're like fucking, they were still like, granted, these are Kmart price tags that a lot of mine had. They're like $6.99 for them. I'm like, Jesus, that's a lot of money in 90. When did they come out?
95.
Yeah.
I'm like, if anything, they've depreciated in value.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. I mean, like I say, I don't even know. I have one Boba Fett up on eBay, and he's like $10. That's the only Power of the Force figure that I didn't sell in a big lot. I think I have a lot of 11 of them for $20, and no one's. I don't think it has any watchers. It has a couple.
Weird.
I'll go on and watch it. Actually, I'm watching one of your items. So.
Oh, nice. Hey. Yeah, like I tell everybody that says, could you do this? I'm like, I constantly lower my prices and send offers. So just keep watching it. If somebody doesn't buy it first, it'll get to your price point. All of I figured out I'm just going to put everything on a schedule. And then once things hit like $5, they're just going to get donated, because then at that point, it's not
worth it. Yeah, it's not even worth the time. The eBay fee to be there.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, it's great to meet you. Not that we haven't met before, because we had a test call prior to this, but glad you could be on the show. That's more fitting. Cowabunga Dude's in the house. JB is here as well. He says, I heard the Swan duo is selling their collection as well. You think our generation is starting to age out of the nostalgia? They say it's 20 years after, and then it hangs in there for about 10 to 15 years, and then most people let it drop after that 10 to 15 years. So I think we're all right into that.
Yeah, I'm almost 50, man, and I don't know. I like
no sign of stopping for
you. I like G.I. Joe too much not to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll ever stop. I just need to fucking trim it way.
You need to slow down.
Clint Allison in the house as well. What's up?
What's up, Clint?
All right. Let's see. We want you to kick it with us here every other Sunday. Be on the show like Brian. We'd love having people on. If you ever want to be on, it's super easy. If you can't make the live show, kick it with us in our Facebook group at facebook.com/group/open your toys. If you want to just know when new shows are posted, you can follow the Facebook page at facebook.com/open your toys cast. If you don't do Facebook, like Brian doesn't do Facebook, you can either follow us at our website, openyourtoys.com, or subscribe to us through Spotify, Amazon, and Apple Podcasts. Our website has the RSS feed. Excuse me. It also has the show notes where you can find all these links I'm talking about. As well, you can email us, you can leave us a voicemail, you can support the show if you shop on Amazon and eBay. Where can people find you, Roger?
You can find me here on the show and either posting on Cliff Shit, or you can find me in the Book of Faces. That's about it.
Hell yeah. And Brian, I know you said you're not on any. Are you on any socials? You do Reddit? You do anything internet wise besides eBay?
Just eBay, yeah.
Really?
Much. Yeah, no,
That's
never
nice,
had a Facebook account or anything. So living in the shadows.
I love it, dude. There needs to be more people like you. Not our listeners.
Wow.
You guys get involved in the group. Let's get some chats, not actual chats, but let's get some commenting, posting. But yeah, I told him if he plans to be on the show, you do need to have a Facebook account, because that's how we communicate. That's how we make fun of each other while we're on the show and shit.
Yeah, we do.
You can find me at facebook.com/openyourtoys, at Slick McFavor on the gram. Oh shit, I forgot to post my content this morning. I made some content, or slick at openyourtoys.com. All right, Brian, it's your inaugural show. You got anything fun you're drinking?
Oh, I almost forgot. I didn't have anything fun. I'm not a fun drinker either. So I had kind of a late last night. So I made a cup of coffee. Good old American,
nice.
Well, Costa Rican coffee.
Good, Mr. Badass.
I got a Palm Bay,
Canadian
tropical
drink.
punch, mango guava.
Ooh,
nice.
Fancy.
7%.
I know. Good percentage point on there.
Yeah, we fucking roll hard up in Canada.
Let's see. I got a new Michelada. It's called Michi. And it's the man, the myth, the Michi. So it says authentic flavors of tomato, lime, and zesty spices. And our big old boring United States here, 4% on this bitch.
Lame.
Yeah, anything else fun on here? No. The legendary hero Michi. I don't know if that's actually a Lucha Libre dude or what, but it's good. It's a little heavy with the lime. It gives it a little bit of a bitterness, but it's not bad. Still doesn't beat Soul, though. Soul's the best Michelada still. All right. Let's fucking get into this. Let me try to share this screen. Sharing the screen. Sharing a window. That's the one. All right. Let's see. Clint says, I could see it. I'm a millennial 2000s era kid, which is the last generation to give a shit about toys and collecting them. And collecting them. The 80s and the 70s generations are beginning elderly, so they are done with it. Yeah.
Did you just call us elderly?
Yeah.
We're fucking elders.
I love it. Miss McFavorite. Well, and for some reason, her dad absolutely hates being called old, or, saying, oh, you're just getting senile. Like any old jokes, he gets so pissed off about. And I just love to fucking push his buttons with that shit. Cause I'm like, dude, just fucking own it. You're a hell of a lot more wiser more wiser. You're wiser
You're
than
the
a lot of the
wisest.
people. Yeah, not the wisest. I'm the wisest, but
Oh, right. Yeah. Definitely take lead from him.
Oh, and we do Cliff's having a little bit of a rough day, so we want to send out some thoughts and prayers. Woo-hoo. Some good juju headed his way.
This is for you, Cliff. This is for you, buddy.
He's holding up a middle finger if you're listening. No, he was holding up a heart. Aw. All right, let's get into some con news. First up, the May the 4th Star Wars fan stream happened. It wasn't too bad. There was some fun stuff in it. We'll just click through the screen captures here. So first up, I think these were just recapping what they showed at what was that thing? Celebration Japan. So we'll get into these a little bit later in the details.
What's with the stormtroopers and the bazookas lately? They seem to be all about that.
Yeah, this one's Jedi Survivor. It's in the video games that they have the fucking bazookas. So this was the big reveal. Again, we'll get back to this. We'll take a more look at it. Well, I guess we can look. They're showing it live here. So this Bantha was the big draw. First time it's been released since 1998. And they said it's a completely new tool. Head's got some good movement here. Yeah. Jaw opens up on the beach. So I like the little cockeyed look it can get here. So I pre-ordered that. I was afraid it's a Pulse exclusive. I don't know if it's sold or
I think so.
Pulse Disney Store exclusive.
I think I looked at it earlier. If I'm not mistaken, I think it is sold out.
Interesting. People have really been like, especially since all the tariff talk started kicking in, people have been like selling out fucking Hasbro Pulse stuff because it's still at MSRP.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't put out any notice about tariffs yet or anything. Yeah, sold out on here. So only way to get it right now is the Disney Store. And I don't know if it's up there yet. So this was the first of the kind of, in my opinion, a cool reveal. I'm kind of a sucker for the troopers. A Stormtroopers of the Empire 3-pack. Sorry. So first we're getting a Snow Trooper Commander. So some slight differences to it in the regular Snow Trooper, a Sand Trooper, and a Scout Trooper. So Sand Trooper is notable for one, they're giving him more things on the backpack, filling out the backpack a little bit more. And this one specifically has this blaster here. They said it's specifically the one that confronts Obi-Wan in the land speeder and says, move along. So there you go. You can see some of the back there. Snow Trooper Commander, a little bit smoother boots, they said. They said, we did a really cool thing to differentiate it between the regular Snow Trooper. We just flipped the shoulder pauldrons. So
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they're the same shoulder pattern.
That's pretty cool. Every kid wants upside down shoulder pauldrons.
They smoothed out the mask, I guess you call it, or whatever, the fucking little snow thing on him. So he is a little bit different.
It's supposed to be a piece of cloth. Like, it's not actual molded plastic. That's just a piece of leather they put over there.
Exactly. And so that's why they thought it was so cool, is because they changed the mold in it so they don't all have the exact same wrinkles and folds.
Right.
But this is all because I don't think I ever put in the show notes because I was like, God, we have so much shit to talk about. But there was a leaked image of a snow trooper 4-pack. You know how they do those little white boxes. So I think this is, they always put a commander in there and then the regular one. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see that in that 4-pack once it gets announced. I didn't see anything really new about the Biker Scout. Or I should say I don't remember anything new. I think it's the first time it's been on the new Stormtrooper body or something. I don't know. But yeah, these are all available right now if they're not already sold out. Stormtroopers already sold out on Pulse. So this is a brand, I think they said this is a brand new body, yet another refinement to the Stormtrooper. So you can just go trooper crazy. All right. Yeah, that's a whole lot of pictures of that. And then, of course, a new, completely retooled Obi-Wan Kenobi because we're doing the Cantina thing. So got to have all of those original Star Wars. Amazing likeness. Great likeness for a fucking
that's a decent sculpt on the head there.
Yeah.
I think it's been a long time since they've done a new Obi-Wan, right?
Yeah, it has been. So good place for it. Say, and then this was probably my most exciting thing that I was going to pre-order and then I forgot about it. It said it was still available. I went on, checked the rest of my email. By the time I went back to it, it was sold out. So I don't know. I assume it's also a partner exclusive, so somebody else is getting it. I just didn't listen to that part, but what it is it's the original Canteen Dizians, Hammerhead, Greedo, Walrus Man, and a blue Snaggletooth for the first time. I think we've gotten a red before on a single card, but never the blue.
They did the blue one in some sort of like 3-pack or something like that, right?
Did they? One of those?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got a blue
like
one from
Trooper ones.
Yeah, the mid 2000s, somewhere in there it came out. It was just a repaint. It wasn't.
Yeah, anything. Yeah. So these are all done up to mimic their vintage looks. So you've got the bright green on Greedo here. You've got the turquoise on Mulmark Don or whatever his name is.
That isn't the Greedo that got wasted by Han Solo, is it?
It is, yeah.
I thought he had like a vest on.
So
he does in the
these are the so in the whatever the 78 when these figures were coming out, they made the figures before they knew exactly what they were going to look like in the movie, so they just made stuff up, and that's what the original toy looked like in the 70s.
Yeah, he was just fucking all neon green, no vest, no nothing, no pants.
He's got green pants. Or the other guy, Moma. Yeah. That capris, they're fashionable.
So Greedo also has the white, what they're calling light flashes in his eyes. Hammerhead is also in the original toy was giving the side eye, so they've replicated that here. It's given the side eye. The Ponda Baba. So I'm like, okay, so you're making Greedo as close to the vintage figure, but then they go completely off the rails with the Ponda
and give him
Baba.
A jacket and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But then why don't they give Greedo the fucking vest? Like, come on.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like it's like they contradict themselves. But anyways, and then a blue Snaggletooth here. And then, so what this is all mimicking is the Cantina Adventure set that they put out. I thought was a Sears exclusive, and that was the only way to get blue Snaggletooth back.
Yeah, it was in that set.
Yeah, that's why he's so rare.
But I'm pretty sure that had a plastic base to it, though, and that cardboard piece just slipped in the back.
I thought so too, and I even saw one this weekend at one of the comic shops that I stopped at, and didn't even think to like look at it closer. But all of them are going to be carded. So
Mm.
I cannot remember what a Walrus Man card back looks like, but that does not.
That's fucking AI shit, man.
Yeah.
It's just really bad, like Photoshop.
Yeah, that is
Let's
a
see.
terrible job on that.
Vintage Walrus Man carded. Oh shit! No, I guess that is that is. It did look back that
No way.
no. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, I can get
Wow.
down with that.
Yeah, but that's Jedi though. That's not Star Wars. Like get an actual Star Wars card back.
Okay, here we go. There's an actual.
That looks better. That looks better.
You like that one? It still looks like an awful because, and I know why this is because you only ever see them in the dark cantina, right?
Yeah.
So they don't have any good freeze frame. So they literally had to fucking. Back then, it wouldn't even have been Photoshop. They would have just taken scissors or an X-Acto and cut them out and pasted them, and then taken a picture of that. Oh, anyways. So, and then the Hammerhead. So this is what everybody was bitching about. No single card for him. Still doesn't quite scratch my itch because I would like to see him. The whole point of the vintage collection is for them to have like a modern like look, not be straight vintage look, but be on a vintage card, right? So I'm thinking they even said there's even enough room to face his head forwards, but it's more to the old school toy to have the head turned to the side. So now that they have this, I bet we'll see a modern version of Hammerhead on a single vintage card, not a deluxe.
This is going to break you, the fact that figure's head is turned sideways.
No, I like the turn sideways. It's that he has the vintage coloring.
Oh, okay.
Like all of the vintage collection to me is like more modernized coloring and stuff like this. Like this 4-pack is a gimmick that I love. Like I actually do want this 4-pack, but I don't want that Hammerhead as my Hammerhead on a wall with all my other modern looking figures. You know?
Right.
Modern coloring. But so do you know, did the blue Snaggletooth come on a card though? I don't think it did.
I don't think so. It came with that Sears exclusive. That was just a figure that came in that kit.
Yeah. And so I think they did a red.
Yeah, they had a red one for sure. But.
And so I think that's what they're saying is they took the red one and then just photoshopped blue on it to get you a blue Snaggletooth. So pretty cool. Yeah, this is literally all the cantina I need right here. I don't need a big ass cantina set.
You don't need that Hasbro Pulse fucking the HasLab cantina.
Just a
100 chairs. Oh, let's see. Okay, these are more releases. Well, I should have put fucking Celebration Japan ahead of this. Yeah. Here's where we're getting into new releases for this one. A new Han figure. I don't know if I'm just so used to seeing fucking Harrison Ford old now that I don't know what he looks like young because they're getting closer. Yeah, they're getting closer, but still, to me, I'm like, that still doesn't look a lot like him.
I feel like it does. I feel like that's pretty good.
Not that Chewbacca is dope. That Chewbacca is sweet.
Yeah, I do like the Chewbacca. He's looking good. Oh, there you go. I like the scale on him. Okay, I don't know what all that coloring was. I should pay more closer attention. Rogue One, Star Wars Story Trooper 2-pack. So you get the Death Trooper here, and then I forgot what they called these other guys. What were they like?
Shore Troopers.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. The Death Trooper, the one big change to him is he'll have the flak jacket this time. I guess previous releases never had a flak jacket that he has in the movie. And then I wouldn't say that's jacket. That's more like webbing. But
yeah, that's a webbing with a pole.
Yeah. And then the Shore Trooper as well. I don't think they said, I think they said it was going to have a pauldron, so you could have a commander and a regular one. Don't know enough about him. Here's another Sand Trooper, this time in the Black Series. Oh, this is the gun that they've never done before. This thing here, in Black Series at least. So this, again, this is a New Hope one, the one that says move along, blah, blah, blah.
That's cool. I like that one.
Yeah. This is weird. I just don't like my troopers to be dirty at all, even if they're supposed to be sand troopers or they're biker scouts that are walking around in a muddy forest. Like, I like them always to be clean. But he looks good. They said it's an off-white, not just the kind of like rubbing of dirt, that it's also going to be an off-white armor that they said they had. Another trooper commander we've never gotten into black. We've never got in Black Series. This is Ayla Secura's commander, and I forgot what is Gall, Clone Lieutenant Gall.
There's so many of those. It's so hard to keep track.
I know. They have to tell me this one's never been made before. So it's kind of cool.
Say that about all of them. I wouldn't know the difference after a while. I believe you.
Removable helmets. So you do get the clone head underneath there. So these are all the Revenge of the Sith Black Series carded that they've put out so far. They're doing 7 of them, and we get the next 2. So speaking of Ayla Secura, she's going to be one with her cool 90s low-rise pants there. And then the big thing, they're like, we just love this swoosh effect. And I'm like, it's that wide. Like, you want to have a swoosh effect, have it be like 1.5 inches wide.
Yeah, but it takes away a saber at that point. You're like, what's the point of having a saber? It looks fucking dumb.
Does it have both? Does it have that one and the regular?
Yeah, it does. So you get the regular one here.
You can just
Yeah, it just goes into the accessory box, never to be sold by my kids when I die, you know.
You mean throw it in the dumpster?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. They're like, what are all these accessories? Like, no, those are the most valuable things. They're all the things that no one wanted to keep with their figures, so now no one has with those figures anymore.
Let somebody else throw them in the dumpster and they can sell them for $1,000.
Exactly. So yeah, good likeness on her. So she was the Playboy model, right?
Oh.
Does everybody know this story? Oh yeah. I'm pretty
that
sure
was
she was. Yeah, she was a Playboy model that was, if I'm remembering the story correctly, that was friends with George Lucas, and he put her in there specifically to put her in a low-cut shirt and low-rise pants.
Right,
so
right, yeah.
She would be the sexy Jedi.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And then one of my favorites, you know me, I'm all about the guards and shit like that. We get a Magna Guard on that 6-inch card as well. And at first I was pissed. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Because they're like, and it's in the Clone Wars blue. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? Why would you put a Clone Wars blue in the Revenge of the Sith card? Yeah. The one in the Revenge of the Sith was also blue, was dark blue like this as well. So we've got this white one previously that is more screen accurate, but they also screwed up on the Revenge of the Sith ones and made them darker blue like this. So he actually does fit well in the card. He mimics the original Magna Guards. So, and I'm really like, we'll talk about it in what we got, but I'm really thinking like I bought into all these Revenge of the Siths carded ones. What? Dude, you know, that's my weakness, bro.
I know.
Give me something that looks like something old, but it's new. I love that.
Generally, I'm with you, but man, I really did not like those cards back at the
to
time.
begin with.
They were terrible cards.
Yeah,
Well,
I really
they
didn't like them.
stack horribly. I'll tell you
Yes.
that much.
Yeah.
Oh my
They're
god.
not
They're
good
all oddly
stacking cards.
shaped.
Yeah. So I think if I do move away from them, I'll always want one sample. So maybe the Magna Guard will be my sample. All right, enough Magna Guard. Yep, those are Walmart exclusives. And then we get this big ass goofy thing, which it didn't look that big and goofy in the show to me, but this is Edra Bridger's Ahsoka lightsaber. So when he's an old guy and got a beard now, or not an old guy, but
Did he make a new one on the show, or I can't remember?
I don't remember why this one looks so much different than the Rebels one I remember. And maybe it is the same. And it's just the way they made it life size or something. But
Yeah, see, I
So-
don't really keep up with Rebels, so I didn't know there was a difference.
yeah, like I say, there may not be. It looks big and goofy in a life size version. All right. Before we get on to Celebration Japan, real quick, Four Horsemen Studios LegionsCon 2025 exclusive figures, The Tale of the Crossroads. So this is the pack that comes with it, or this is one of the packs. So there's two packs here. But what you can do is you can make these different figures. So you can have this nymph if you use the wings and her non-dead face and that kind of stuff. Or you can have like the crazy dead sorceress woman. So if you want both, and then there's like the zombie orc woman too. So if you need all of those, you're going to need to buy 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the second deluxe pack that they're going to be offering. So, and I'm not good. Well, I was going to say, I'm not good with the names of what they call them. Does this knight have a name? Churl, I guess. Churl. So different ways you can outfit him. I really like that with the skeleton in the thing. That's the head we got on the zombie guy in the latest wave that we've gotten from them. So cool way to have a dark knight, dark nymph, dark sorceress, dark zombie chick. So
That's very cool. I like the variations you can do with that. Like you said, you have to buy in multiple if you want to.
Yeah, if you want. Do you do any mythic legions? Legions,
I've gotten a few of the mythic
Horsemen?
legions here and there, just a couple here and there, but it's kind of a tough line to break into.
Dude, yeah, like if you want to try to collect it, like just give up now. I mean, there's so many like $500 figures in that line now. It's insane.
Yeah.
All right. Star Wars Celebration Roundup. So this is from StarWars.com. This is just all the news. So we're just gonna fucking scroll down this and check it out. First up is Star Wars, the next celebration that will be 2027, April 1st through the 4th. This one will be in LA. I might actually try to go this one. That wouldn't be too bad. I could drive that. Well, I could drive that straight through 15 years ago. I don't know if I can do it today. It's about a 15-hour drive for me. But maybe a rest stop here and there. All right. Besides when the next one is coming, and just so you know, that will be the celebration
50th anniversary.
Yeah, 50th anniversary of the original Star Wars movie, A New Hope, once they added chapter names. Also very cool is Visions Volume 3. So if you're a fan of the Star Wars Visions, which is basically where they invited anime houses and especially with season 2 from around the world, not just Japan. I think the first season was just Japan. But we got some Indian ones and Middle Eastern anime studio in the second season, but they'll be back for doing a 3rd volume here. And what's cool is they're going to spin off. Definitely not my favorite story from it, but one of my favorites, the 9th Jedi. They're going to spin it off into its own season. And what's even better, they don't even talk about it here, is one of my favorites, if not my favorite, the Ronin that we've talked about, the more like samurai one. They're going to do a sequel to it in this 3rd season, as well as one of the other ones from that first season. They're going to do a sequel to it in the 3rd season. So
is that the same one they did the 2-pack, the toy of that they're?
Yeah, the Ronin one, or what's called the Duel, in the series, is what they did that 2-pack of. Industrial Light and Magic 50-year celebration for them. That's really where George Lucas's like brilliance and genius comes in. That to do his movie, he started his own special effects company that he hired to do the special effects for his movie. Same thing with the fucking licensing of merchandise and shit. Like, who would have known that the real money in movies is going to be the merchandise, you know? Let's see, cosplay showcase, blah, blah, blah. Updates coming to the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. They'll be including a new mission inspired by the Mandalorian Grogu movie that's coming up. So that's kind of cool if you're able to make it to Disney World. Or I assume they have it at Disneyland too. Brian, are you a World or are you a Land guy?
I've only been to Disneyland, not Disneyland.
Okay.
Well, I think I went when I was like a baby, but I don't remember.
Yeah,
long time ago. I've been to Disneyland a couple times in the last couple of years.
And how about you? You ever get your passport, badass? And
dude.
Disneyland?
I have been to Disneyland.
There's no Disneyland Canada, right?
No.
Okay.
No. We don't let that shit happen up here.
They're like, you're close enough. You don't get your own.
Yeah. No, I've been to the one in California.
And okay, so Disneyland. Anytime recently? Have you been there since they had Galaxy's Edge?
No, when I was there, my kids were young, and we were there for Halloween.
Ooh, cool!
That's a cool time to go.
Yeah. And then we went to Universal Studios, and they were just doing like the 3rd season of Walking Dead. So they had
they had the Fright Night shit.
Yeah, so they had the zombie runs. Basically, they just had like all these trucks, box trucks, pull up, and they would, I guess, you paid to stay in the park. Everybody else had the chance to leave, and basically they would just open up the back of these trucks, and all these zombie guys would run, and you're just fucking running through Universal Studios trying not to get fucked up.
I feel like there's got to be a waiver for that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And then they did like a whole like a run through the park. Like you can only go to certain areas, but they had this one place, and I remember they were setting it up, and as we were going through, and it was like this plane that had crashed, and there was like burning seats, and I guess they were going to set up zombies sitting there all mangled up, and you were supposed to run through and try not to get hit by the zombies and shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, it was epic. It was a thing for sure.
Super interactive.
Clint says, I wish they made a sequel to the fucking Twins episode. That was a fucking great Disney. They should let Trigger should do a movie about that episode for the Star Wars movie in years. Yeah, the Twins that's right up there. Like the Twins and the Duel are battling for my top favorite one. If you guys don't remember the Twins, they literally build a Star Destroyer, 2 Star Destroyers that are connected in the middle by a big cannon, and that's how close these guys are. And they're both dark side, but then one turns to the light side, and one twin And I think it's just her armor that does this. So you were in awe when Grievous split his arms into two, and there were 4 lightsabers.
Yeah.
One twin splits her armor, and she has 6 lightsabers.
Dang.
So
Huh.
if you judge the coolness of a Jedi on the number of lightsabers they wield, or a Sith, I guess, but she's your woman. And some Fortnite crap. I shouldn't just bypass that, Brian. So you can choose not to answer. Do you have kids? What age are they?
I actually don't have any kids
players?
at all. No.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Hey, that's
why
a
I just like
good
toys. I've got
perspective
extra
to
money.
have, dude. Yeah. I like that. That's a good perspective to have on the show, the no kids having. Fan spotlights look like these nerds got engaged at celebration.
Yay, you're dorks.
Adria from Andor talking about the cast of Andor. Let's see. Find out 5 secrets about Ahsoka directly from Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, and Rosario Dawson. Don't care.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. And what is this? Star Wars Zero Company will give us perspective. Oh, this one's cool. This is, and I'm not a huge tactics guy, but I might give it a chance. What besides, I got to get I guess I have a PC that could run it, but I don't have a PS5. Just a 4. I'm so poor. Let's see. It says Star Wars Zero Company will give us a perspective of the Clone Wars that's never been seen before. The upcoming single-player turn-based tactics game coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S puts you in command during the galaxy-spanning conflict.
So when they say single player, and I might be shooting myself in the foot with my nerd credibility here, but single player turn-based tactics, is that like Risk? Like you take turns, or am I?
I don't know enough about Risk to speak about it, but to me, it's just like any kind of building thing, right? Like anything where you're making decisions on where to deploy your ship. So yeah, I would assume so, similar to Risk, right? Isn't that what Risk you do? You like decide where you're going to deploy your armies on what continents and stuff like that. And
you take turns rolling dice and seeing who's winning which battle.
Yeah, which first person turn based is kind of interesting. I'm sure somebody on the chat has got to know more about this than us. Let's see. Rebuild the Galaxy, getting a whole new season. That is something I should have freaking watched this weekend. It's been all Star Wars all weekend. I watched the whole sequel trilogy. I watched Solo yesterday. Basically watching a lot of stuff I haven't gone back and watched.
But you haven't watched all of Andor yet.
No.
What?
Because that I actually want to watch. All that other stuff is kind of in the background while I'm doing stuff. Andor I want to sit down and watch. And Mrs. McFavorite wants to watch Andor with us. So we're 3 episodes into the first season. We're almost there.
Oh.
I know. We only get to watch one a night. It's going to take forever.
It came out 2 years ago, though.
Yeah, I know.
But she didn't want to watch it originally.
I know.
And then, the buzz from the second season, like I think it has like 100% or a 99% Rotten Tomatoes score and shit like that.
Dude, second season is off the hook.
It's pretty good.
The buzz made her want to watch it, but of course we've got to start from the beginning. And of course we only get an hour of TV together a day without the kid. The kid would just be freaking bored to death, I feel,
probably
watching it, Yeah, JB's concurring with you guys. So good.
Yeah.
Oh, and he said, Clint says, and Kill la Kill is as crazy and over the top fun as the Twins episode. Oh, interesting. Is that a season 2 one? I don't remember that one in season 1, at least. I haven't gotten to season 2 because I rewatched season 1 this weekend. But anyways, all right. Keep it going here. New droid Cookie. Cookie was a custom built by a group of droid. Oh, I see. He's a cooking guy. He's got multiple arms, like not B. Arthur. Was it? Who's the Dabney Coleman? No, okay, I can't remember
From the holiday special.
Yeah, the one that's the mix shake or whatever. Okay, God,
I haven't seen it all the way through, so
I've already had too much to drink. My powers of recalling are next to nil. Let's see. Star Wars: The Old Republic shared a featurette looking back at the storied game. Yeah, I got a notification for the first time, at least that I'm aware of in years, from the Star Wars: The Old Republic game. They're like, oh, we're doing special promotions during this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I didn't even know that game was still on servers. And then probably the most exciting thing, in my opinion, was a new movie was announced. So during the Mandalorian and Grogu panel, they brought out to Sean Levy and guests and surprise guest and star Ryan Gosling announced the title of the next Star Wars theatrical film to go into production, and that's going to be Starfighter. And all the quotes I've seen is it's just going to be nonstop action.
Yeah, sure.
We'll see in 2 years.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling's known for nonstop action movies.
Let's see. Lights and Magic second season, new covers of books. Oh, and here's the Hasbro stuff. We can click over there and talk about that real quick because that's what we're actually fucking here to do. So yeah, first was the Night Sister Marin. From Dathomir to Tanalorr, Marin's journey has taken her across the galaxy in Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor video games. And now you can reenact the galactic journey with this new addition to the Black Series. And then more Jedi Survivor here. We get Calkidis Build-Up Pack with BD1 and the Quirky Turgle and Scuba Steve. That's hilarious. I really love that they have a Scuba Steve. That is fucking hilarious. The Han and Chewie were from Celebration. This was the big one, right? We knew it was coming. He sold out on Pulse like that. He's a mainline character, and he sold out a lot of places. So it's something. I think he's still available on Entertainment Earth, so it's not like he's completely hard to find before he's even released, but he was obviously fucking popular enough. There's the Stormtrooper with the rocket. We get Moff Gideon and his Dark Trooper armor. We get a straight up kind of Western Cobb Vanth here without Boba's armor on. I know. I'm like, why would you want him without?
Yeah, why would you make him without his armor? That was the whole point of it.
Just another variation. Got to get Timothy Olyphant in there.
Yeah. Bantha, and then the Crosshairs, a TVC Crosshairs Bad Batch. I think they've only done him and the main guy. I don't think they're like, at long last, we got him into the vintage collection. I'm like, I don't think you've gotten anyone except for the main dude into the vintage collection, so it doesn't really matter. All right. Let's see. Yeah. They had an anime and manga pavilion. That was kind of cool. Star Wars Outlaws, we've talked about that before. Looks like Monopoly Go, the biggest money maker for Hasbro of all time. Monopoly Go, they literally made $4 billion off of Monopoly Go last year. I'm like,
Huh?
people, stop paying for your mobile games.
Yeah.
I'm like, stop paying money for mobile games.
They
But
made $4
if you
billion.
do, and that's yeah, dude. Yeah, that's why they're like, we're gonna be like slowing down on the toys and doing more digital content because we made more money on this one game than all of our toys put together for the last 20 years. A KTSO Lego set, or K2SO, not KT, K2SO to go along with your Cassian there. Young Jedi Adventures is getting a third season if that's something you're excited about. And then a mixed reality play set debuted with an electrifying new trailer. See Volo, Luda, and especially dangerous Doug in action. And then the rest just their byline. So if you're down with that 3D, with that not 3D, God, the VR shit, you got some more shit coming your way. So that's pretty exciting. New movie, new series. And then, oh shit, there shouldn't have been a bullet point there. That should have just gone directly into the Ronin 2-pack. If you are a big fan of Visions, especially the dual episode, and now it's going to have a sequel too, you can get the 2-pack that I was like, oh, I want this so bad. It hit Amazon and sold out and then came back into stock. It's also available via Pulse if you'd rather do that. I did get mine on Pulse. But yeah,
those are shipping, right?
Yeah. Spoiler, it's in my pile of loot. Not my pile of loot, my what we got.
It's next to your pile of loot.
Yeah. So that's available if you are a big fan of that. And then more Hasbro. Oh, I think these are just all the official picks, which I think that's literally what we looked at. Oh, they had these lightsaber like kitty stuff, but different kyber crystals to make your lightsabers light up different ways, all that kind of fun shit. 501st helmet, I think that was spoiled, but Bantha, Cobb Banth. Yeah, all the shit we just talked about. So party. Oh, the reason why there were 2 of that chick is she's also getting a vintage collection figure too, it looks like. Okay. I wondered why they had her twice in there. Vintage and Black Series. So, all right. Whew. That was a lot of fucking con news there. Let's see. All right, let's go into toy news. NFL Transformer helmets. Woo-hoo. Are you a football fan? Do we have another sports fan on the show?
Yeah, I am a football fan.
Okay,
my wife and I, we like going to games here and there.
Okay, good. I can handle that.
Yeah.
And you're not a football fan, badass, right? Are you a sports fan at all? Nothing
Canadian football.
Not even hockey?
If you can't race it and you can't build it, then I don't give a shit.
Okay. Do you like NASCAR then?
No, fuck no.
No, okay.
No.
And not F1 either?
No.
Okay, so you want like derby style racing, like dirt track racing a car, or
sure.
Quarter mile? Is that what
quarter mile? I'm down with quarter mile.
Okay, there we go. I knew I had to find your niche somewhere. These look amazing. I really like these. Of course, none of them are my team.
Are you a Denver fan?
No, actually Saints.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, grew up in New Mexico, so I didn't want to be like anybody else. So if you grow up in New Mexico, everybody is either Cowboys,
yeah,
or Broncos because of the proximity.
Yeah.
And then when I was growing up, 49ers because of Montana and Rice and that
Oh,
whole
yeah.
like franchise. And then, of course, because of NWA, Raiders. So everybody in New Mexico is either 49ers, Raiders, Broncos, or Cowboys. So those were off the list to begin with. So I picked one of the worst teams in the league with the color scheme that I liked. So that's where I came up with Saints.
I like it.
Now, I won't give away your geographic location if you don't want me to, but if you want to say what football team you're a fan of.
I grew up near Houston, so I'm a Texans fan.
Old school Oilers, huh?
Yeah, if they make an Oilers one, I'll probably buy that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
So Texans. So then, do Texans and Cowboys have a huge rivalry, like an in-state rivalry?
I mean, there's always a little bit of one, but it doesn't seem like it's developed like some of the other old school rivalries. Like we went to a Cowboys game when the Texans were there, and yeah, I felt safe.
No one's throwing drinks on you, or
no.
Dude, you do not want to be a Raiders fan or a Green Bay fan at a Broncos game.
Oh, really?
We are awful people. I'm like, Colorado, we're all supposed to be happy and shiny with the sun and all that kind of shit, and no people throwing drinks and hot dogs at people. Yeah,
you know, it's funny you say that. We went to a Broncos game in Denver when they hosted Green Bay, and I don't remember it being especially violent or scary.
Oh, right. Well, and I shouldn't say not.
No, I know. I'm saying,
yeah, like people aren't fearing for their lives, but you get a talking to. Yeah. My buddy's a Chiefs fan and also an MMA fighter, and he's like, I don't go to Broncos games because I just literally can't take it. And I can back up anything that I need to back up. And so he's like, no, I just don't go to those games anymore.
He wants to enjoy the game. He doesn't want to have to fight his way out.
Exactly. So I think these look really cool. Football accessories, fun on them.
Yeah, I hadn't seen these before, but these look pretty cool, actually. I'd heard about them, and I was like, we'll see. But they actually look kind of cool. That's interesting. It's fun.
Yeah, we'll see if we get some good teams on there, right?
Yeah, that'll be the trick if they actually sell, because if not, you're just going to have like 6 or 8 teams or whatever, and everybody else is just out of luck.
Exactly.
The Saints fans.
Yeah, it's good. Whenever something popular gets made, like it has to be so popular that they make every team, or we'll never get a player.
You probably still hit the Saint before you hit a Texan. They make that first. So.
Yeah, I guess that might be true. All right. AAA, one of AAA's, I'm not going to say his favorite thing, but one of his things that he's gotten into just because he loves the articulation is She-Ra 40th anniversary Barbie confirmed. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, there's a whole like subgenre of collectors that do toy photography and stuff that love Barbie just because of how super articulated they are. This one's really cool. You can get more of a vintage toy style She-Ra, or you can get a closer to the actual show looking She-Ra. And then probably the dopest thing is you've got an outfit for Adora as well. So you can have an Adora too.
So is that licensed as Barbie?
Yeah. I mean, it is Barbie.
So when does Barbie have knees and fucking elbows?
Yeah, I was actually wondering that too.
These aren't like... So the Barbies that this little like subgenre digs are not the ones you can just walk into a store and buy for your kid.
Right.
This is like an upscale version of Barbie. As far as I know, again, I could be completely wrong, and I don't think
so she's like hyper articulated.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, because it looks like she got shoulders and everything.
Yeah, double. Yeah, she's got
double joints across the board.
Butterfly. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like she might even have a little small butterfly in there, or at least like an upper shoulder and a lower shoulder articulation. That's kind of cool. So,
That's neat.
Right. Real quick. Well, I shouldn't say. Brian, do you collect 1/6 scale at all?
No, I just can't do it. There's been a few things like Mondo. They put some stuff out that looks super cool, but man, the price point and the space just too much, way too much. As cool as it is.
So we'll go through these real quick. Sideshow reveals their wave 2 of Scum and Villainy. So filling out those Return of the Jedi, what's Jabba Palace, Desians,
all the Jabba guards,
and see this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sure these are super cool, but to get a whole
that would take up this much on a shelf
and cost thousands of dollars to fill out. Oh my gosh.
I'm probably a 2000 in Batman for Sideshow.
Oh yeah.
Oh really? Oh my god. Are you still doing it? Like you
No, I haven't done it for a while. I got both Nicholson Jokers. I've got both Batman and Batman Returns. I have
very cool.
Did you ever do the vehicle? Did they do like
no? I debate. I go back and forth on that all the time. It's like $1,200. Like, size of a coffee table.
Hot toys. Speaking of even more, Sideshow is still about 150. Hot Toys is about 300 now, from what I remember. We get some cool ones in here. You get another Republic Commando boss up in there. I assume that's just a Bad Batch. Yeah, Bad Batch elite trooper here. This one's kind of cool. It's a Rebels Darth Vader. So it's kind of got that anime, the slim down helmet and that kind of shit. That those are the ones I like a deep cut like that. Like if you're a Rebels and Vader collector, that might be the one piece you want to get from them or something, you know.
Yeah.
Jar Jar, of course, there. That would be a fun one. And then Poe Dameron, which looks like from his Force Awakens, or maybe the Last Jedi appearance with his space suit on him. Let's see if there's anything amazing in the photos here. This is what I always like the backdrops of them.
That does look really cool.
Yeah, that one's dope. Close you. What does Jar Jar all come with? Just his boomer.
Stupid hands.
And his tongue that got electrified by the pod racer. Oh, and then Poe comes with BB-8. I wonder, maybe they're just showing him next to it. Doesn't look like he comes with it. I really dislike these sequel trilogy helmets. They look goofy to me. It's like one of those things, like when the thing that's supposed to be newer looks like it's older than the previous one, that never jives with me.
Right.
So this looks like an old timey helmet compared to the original trilogy helmets. All right. And then because it's been a month, even more Hot Toys. So everybody, thank God they're not a Hot Toys collector. You get a Darth Sidious / Palpatine. So you can have the Senator and his little devilish grin, or you can have it after Mace Windu fried him with his own finger bolts. Looks like you do have the black garb as well as the red. And this is one that I would get down with, the fucking Knights of the Old Republic, fucking Darth Nihilus here. So
very cool design.
Yeah, I've always loved this fucking design on them. All right. Let's get out of things we don't collect and can't afford.
Yeah.
Here's something you'll be getting, Roger.
Yeah. Are they doing a classified Renegade or?
So we've already talked about the
Mercer,
Slaughter and Mercer. Yeah. So this has been found. This has been found in a leaked listings. This is all from the Full Force cast. What's it called?
Full Force stuff.
Yeah, Full Force podcast. Okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
Taurus and Red Dog. Hell yeah.
Awesome. Can I pre-order right now?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I want it now.
This does look like it falls under the exclusives and miscellaneous. Do you guys remember where? Because isn't Mercer and Slaughter going to be exclusive?
Slaughter's already out, or a couple versions of them are out, like a regular one.
Well, this is going to be a 2-pack. They're going to have a Slaughter and a Mercer.
Yeah, they're doing Mercer and the Slaughter that has the vest and the hat.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that came with the Warthog.
Yeah. Oh, and that's why we haven't even gotten to that point here, right?
Okay.
Because this is all we've seen is leaked parts from China.
Yeah, I knew they were doing the Mercer. I didn't realize it was supposed to be a 2-pack with the 2 of them, but that's cool.
Yeah,
very cool. And it's
and as far as
somewhere?
What?
It's supposed to be an exclusive.
I thought so. Let's see.
I don't know. They seem to be doing a lot of 2-packs lately. That seems to be like you get 2 or 3 figures, and it's a 2-pack, then 2 or 3 figures, 2-pack.
Yeah,
I would be.
With...
I'd be shocked it's an exclusive, but
yeah,
hope not.
Or maybe a fan channel, which means everywhere
Amazon,
except for Target and Walmart.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's see. Sketch series Sy-Klone. Woo-woo. I just don't really like. I love Sy-Klone, but I really hate this design.
That looks terrible.
I know, but I'm like, I love Sy-Klones. I got to get this.
But it's almost kind of like a cool terrible. Like it looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks like a Mexican Sy-Klone.
That's a good way to look at it. That's
like a Mexican knockoff Sy-Klone.
So
some cool artwork.
Or a fun school Sy-Klone or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I jumped on those. The Hordak and Grizzlor ones for me and you, badass.
Yeah.
And now they're just sitting like 8 deep at every Target I go to. I'm like, I think I may look at our return period and return our 2 and wait for them to go.
Wait until they're $4.99 each.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would if you got a chance, do it.
Yeah,
I gotta look at that. I don't remember how long. It couldn't have been that long ago because I shipped your box and then those came out. So, all right, Transformers Hot Wheel color shifters. So I don't know if you pay attention to Hot Wheels, but they have fun Hot Wheels that change color when dipped into water. So it looks like they'll be giving Transformers that treatment as well. I'm not quite sure how many. Let's see. Mixed case of 10 includes 10 individually packaged vehicles. So 2 times Transformers. So it might just be 1 vehicle in there and 2 different, but let's see, is this just the listing of it? Yeah, so who knows which one it'll be.
Prime and Bumblebee.
Yeah, they only had 2 molds they have. Well, they have the ones for the movie, like they did Barricade and Jazz, I think. Is that in that 5? They had 5 that were like in their specialty versions, but who knows? I'd take a dirty Bumblebee that turned clean. I think that would be kind of fun. You're like, no. We get confirmation of that Hot Wheels Sky Striker.
I keep looking for it, man. I keep going down the Hot Wheels aisles, fighting my way through the Hot Wheel guys just to go and see if it's there.
And you're looking at the pop culture ones, right? Because these won't be the main line.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I just do the whole aisle, which they have the pop culture ones, and the Batman ones, and the Turtle ones, which that's where I got my Turtle van from.
Yeah, this Turtle van's been out for a while.
Yeah.
This is a brand new Jurassic Park one with the 92 Jeep. And then there was another one that they said was coming 1971 Porsche 911. Can you think of a pop culture movie that have a 71 911? That's what's interesting.
Isn't that
It's not Jazz from Transformers, is it?
No. Because Jazz
71.
Even the G1 one was like an 83.
Yeah.
Or something like
Pretty
that.
in Pink. That kid drove a fucking 911.
Ooh, maybe. Oh, okay. Now I gotta Google it. All right. Pretty in, if I could type here, Pretty in Pink. How do you spell Porsche? Like that? Oh,
P-O-R-S-H-E.
Oh, his is a 944.
Oh, 944. Like. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Oh, wait, then type in 1971 911 because I'm curious to know what that looks like.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If we just do that.
Because I can probably get it from there.
1971.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe a 00.
No, 007 did not have a Porsche. I can tell you right now.
Are you sure?
Absolutely, there was not a single. They all had British cars. They're not driving fucking German cars.
How about if we do this 1970 Porsche in pop
movie
culture movies? Is that the one with Janis Joplin right here? Okay, now we're going down a rabbit hole.
No, it cannot be that. No,
no, not the Janis Joplin. Oh, no. That's the 60s.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Janis Joplin may have asked the Lord for a Benz in her 1971 song, but she actually drove a Porsche 356.
Yeah, that's definitely not it.
10 movies that, okay, all right. Too deep of a hole here.
That's a very common
pull out.
It's a very common 911.
All right, new Lego sets. There's only 130 of these, so just sit tight. I'm just kidding. 113 actually, but we're not going to be going through all those. So this was the big Ultimate Collector's Edition one for this year, which boring. Like fuck once.
They do a slave one like every 2 years.
This is not a slave one. This is a fire spray class starship.
You just got us canceled.
What the fuck is that? You mean slave one?
I
know. So to go along with your slave one, you also get a Jango Fett helmet, chopper here. The Rebel U-Wing Starfighter, that's from Andor, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, that's
not Andor, but Rogue One.
Rogue One. Yeah,
that's his ship.
Yeah, that's his ship.
Kylo Ren helmet, Kylo Ren's shuttle, which this is kind of an interesting build because it's like a mini build, but God, $70 still, 386 pieces.
Yeah, that's the weight.
They're like doubling the price. Yeah,
they're getting expensive.
Yeah. Brickheads here, if you're a Brickheads fan. I really like this Japanese red maple bonsai tree. Not that it has much to do with Star Wars, but these are kind of cool. The Keith Haring illustrations. Again, a little expensive, but if you look at these guys, how many little pieces go into making this and how clean they are. If you're a big fan of his pop culture art. But my favorite thing, and really the only thing I wanted from all of these drops, is this Star Wars sign. And I absolutely love it. And it's so clean and beautiful. I really want it.
Why don't you just get a bunch of fucking Lego and build it?
Yeah, because it's that easy, right?
Well, isn't it? Someone
you just get a bunch of yellow
Lego
and
don't be a bitch and fucking build it.
The cool thing now, I guess, probably through the end of tonight, is you get a Camino training facility set, which
That's cool.
Yeah,
I mean, for what it is, it's something different.
Yeah, there you go. I'll take different. But you get the clones in their little clone cadet uniforms. You get a little shooting tower, and then the pod. What is the pod supposed to be? Buildable toy, a KE-8 Enforcer floating patrol vehicle, has an opening cockpit for minifigure and adjustable engines and landing gear. So I don't remember it from anything, but that's okay. And then the Millennium Falcon, which is a really fun build, but you can get at Target for $5. So not that big of a deal. Oh,
$5.99.
At $5.99 off, 10% off. No, I can't. That hopefully that'll clear it.
Or buy a bunch of yellow Lego and build it yourself.
I don't think you understand how complicated this build
Yeah,
is.
that is horrifically complicated. I can definitely tell.
AAA in the house. What's up? Well, hello there. All right. Let's get on to a Mega Prime breakage. Okay, so you said you do a little bit of Transformers, mostly mainline stuff. You do HasLab stuff, $300 mainline.
No, that was one of the spots where I had to draw a line in the sand and say I'm not going to spend. Like, what was the last one? The Lio Kaiser.
I
said it looks cool, but it just doesn't have enough connection for.
Ask Jason how many he has.
Do I want to know? Really, what you're saying
I
is
have no Lio Kaisers. No Lio. I completely canceled, and I have a feeling I'm going to kick myself someday.
Yeah,
for that.
He's already
I'm already regretting it. So yeah, this crazy chess piece. Something happened. They just didn't sand it enough, because there's instructions on how you can fix all this. But what's causing it is people are like trying to force this piece should like slide up or down, one of the two, and people are forcing it. So it has these little like tensioning nubs, and it's completely blowing those out. And in turn, when you put that much pressure on it, it's causing cracks actually on this is like the abdomen of the Optimus Prime from the set. So there's lots of guides out there. If you bought this is a guide how to fix it yourself. There's guides on how to call Hasbro and have them send you a replacement. One thing that's annoyed a lot of people is, and I mean, I don't know how Hasbro would do it any other way, but they won't just send you the part. They're like, send your whole Optimus Prime in, and in about 6 months, you'll get a replacement. So depends on, you want to do it yourself, mod it yourself. Do you want it? So I ordered this, so I don't know quite yet what I'm going to do, if I just want to send it in and get a nice fresh one that has fixes and all that kind of shit, or just the instructions isn't too bad. I mean, it's just sanding shit essentially. So, but it's a lot of trial and error. It's like, sand it, put it back into place, slide it up and down. Is it still too tight? Sand it some more, put it back into place, slide it up. Is it still, So I'm like, I don't know if I want to fucking go through that.
Yeah, you can spend a couple hours doing that and break it, and then have to order a replacement anyway.
Yeah.
Or sand it too much, and then it's so loose it just full.
Well, that's what people said. They're like, don't just go to town on it. You need to slowly sand it and test it. It's slowly, yeah. We get some prototypes of Cold Slither here. So yeah, I think we've seen most of this, but
yeah, they've already shown like all the renders of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're getting a close-up look of what the painted, at least equipment looks like. Who's this Buzzer?
Buzzer,
Buzzer here. Someone's
Guitar.
Mohawk. Yeah. Zartan's Keytar.
Awesome.
Hair. Okay. Just gotta get something classified in there. We got maybe we have a listing, and then we have Cold Slither.
Classified
and
went
it
quiet when tariff was announced. They went quiet.
MOTU and Thundercats Wave 2 official images. So these are kind of cool because
they did a Wave 2 to this. Shit.
Yeah, you got to get all the Thundercats, bro. So this is kind of crazy, like an Eternia armored, because Eternia was a cat, so it actually kind of makes a little bit of sense here. You get an Eternia armored He-Man with an Eye of Thundera power sword. Not quite my thing. But there's a regular He-Man if you want that. What I'm liking is the regular. Like, I don't want this freaking thing, whatever the hell this is supposed to be.
You want to take all the other stuff off.
Yeah, I'm like, I love this Panthro.
That's cool.
This is a really cool Panthro. But at $25 for a fucking 5.5 figure, that is just...
Yeah, but the trick is nobody else is really doing Thundercats except for Super 7 at 55 or whatever, 65, 70 now. Probably.
Well, and now the deluxes at least 35.
That's right.
Is that supposed to be like a Man-at-Arms kind of thing, or what?
Yeah, that's the crossovers, Panther, because that's what they were. They were both the armors of them, and then a Tigra here. Which it's really weird that they still show his crotch fur when you can take the crotch fur off for the regular guy. Maybe it's just too much accessories to be showing, but he gets some translucent armor. You get his cool tri-tipped bolo whip or whatever what thing was.
What's he supposed to be?
I don't know what the fuck that is. Tigra comes some cool translucent green armor. Yeah, I don't. Some juxtaposition of classic Thundercats look is when he's all glittered up. His 3-line bolo. Yeah, I don't know what he's supposed to be there. Here's some more shots of it.
That's the Master's character. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't.
I'm glad I haven't bought any of this. So
yeah, well, like I say, so Panthro's my dude. I'll buy him by himself in any line without feeling any need to get any other of them. But the Battle Cat, I thought.
The Battle Cat, I sat for a while on that one. I was like, it's Battle Cat. I gotta get him. But
yeah, I'm kind of a Battle Cat collector, so
I don't want him that much. So
yeah, how many people can say they have the Frank Kozak Battle Labbit Lego Mega Constructs Battle Labbit Lego?
And 3 other people.
Yeah, that's a deep cut. Yeah, this thing was like a $50 exclusive, and I got it for like $22 shipped because no one else knows or cares about him. One of the two. All right. Let's see. Zuru TF blind balls. Who's ready for some blind balls? Better known as 5 surprise balls. They'll be doing Transformers here. Has a list, but we probably just take a look at the side of this image. So Optimus, Megatron, and Bumblebee in their robot modes. And then Starscream, Megatron, Optimus, Wheeljack, Bumblebee, and what's the blue one supposed to? Oh, Soundwave, his little like SUV they put him in. And then the gold Bumblebee, so you have a gold bug. So these are all the fucking evergreen designs, which are not quite as fun as G1, but I mean, that looks cool. Again, not a big fan. There's the Soundwave in his car. Wheeljack. Gold Bug. Is that the same? Oh,
I think it's just Gold Bumblebee.
Yeah, it's got a spoiler on it. That's the difference between that and the Megatron Prime. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably buy one if I see them. But again, blind box shit, I just can't fucking do, dude. I'm always disappointed. Like, there's been very few times where I'm like, oh, I got the one I want. Like, very, very, very few times. And then more of the same. Hasbro and Disney / Lucasfilm renew their Star Wars and Marvel licensing partnership. So if you're a Legends collector, you're in luck. There's gonna be even deeper cuts coming. But as much as I think I'd like to see a shakeup in what another company would do, because literally you just start all over. Another company can't make Black Series. Right. They could make 6-inch figures, but they could never call them Black Series. They couldn't call it the Vintage Collection. The retro collection, that I don't know if they can trademark that, but so more of the same and undisclosed terms, undisclosed amount of years, so we don't know how long they have the license for. Probably some fan site will ask them at the next big event.
Yeah, no, I think you summed it up pretty well. I think it would be cool to see what another company could do, but does it mix with the collection that you have right now? Are you essentially starting over, or does it all run together? So yeah, I don't know if a lot of people want to do that.
Exactly. That's how I feel. I'm just like, although it would be a nice thing to like cut and run, just like, how long did you collect until Hasbro lost the license? That's basically would be my story.
Yeah, I could see a lot of people, like we just said, that 15, 20 year thing.
Yeah.
Timed pretty well.
So you would stop collecting Star Wars because Hasbro wasn't making the figures anymore?
I might. It would depend on
what if a company came up and like, we're going to call ourselves Kenner and we're going to do Star Wars?
Yeah, I see what you say. Well,
right? Like,
Hasbro owns the name Kenner, so they couldn't do that. But I mean, let's just say it's Jack Pacific or
all right, loyal subjects decides they're going to take the licensing for fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, and then they start doing it. I'd have to see what things look like, but like I'm all in on the original vintage, the original 76, not 92 or whatever, the original 76 or 77 vintage figures on a vintage card. So that would mean no more vintage collection for me, because they wouldn't be, I doubt they would be allowed to produce it exactly the way Hasbro did.
No, so now you're getting an entirely fresh mold with an entirely new set of figures.
Yeah, now I got to buy 76 more when I only needed 3
really?
left.
And you're concerned about that? I got to rebuy? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
All right. This one's for Brian, because we talked about some of the things he collects. NECA guy with some turtles. What about some crossover turtles?
Dracula? I haven't done any of those crossover ones so far with the Universal Monsters, but this one looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I got all 4 turtles crossed over.
Do you?
So do you need this shredder too?
Yeah,
no,
I don't.
Dracula?
I don't need shredder Dracula.
So just the 4 turtles in your
I got the Universal Monster ones, yeah.
Okay. Now, didn't they do one turtle as 2 different things?
Yeah, Raph, Leonardo they did as the
Invisible Man.
And then they did him as the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I have the Black Lagoon Leo. I have the Invisible Man Donnie. I have the Mummy Man Mikey, and I have the Frankie Raph.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So here you go. You can have a Batman. It's actually true Batman.
Copyright infringement.
Accessories are kind of cool. I like the snake head. Maybe that goes on this jar or something. I don't know where the actual
And eats the rats.
Let's see here. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, right? It's got to have those rats to survive on the ship. Oh, and then the Splinter Van Helsing. No.
Yeah, I never got the Van Helsing.
Oh, and then the Casey Phantom.
I gotta find him, the Casey Phantom.
All right. Now for other stuff, this is a shout out. This just reminded me of somebody I haven't talked to in many, many years, and
Wow.
used to be a big listener of the show, Mantis 99s. I'm not on YouTube anymore, hardly. So I don't know if he still does videos, but he was a big Mantis guy, obviously, Mantis 99s. So this was kind of an interesting set, a Mondo, like a soft vinyl Mantis aliens with a Hicks and missile launcher. Pricey as all get out. That, to give you an idea of the size, this Hicks right here is at 5.5 inches. So this fucking alien is
like
pretty
20, 12,
goddamn big.
No, he's over 12.
No, maybe right.
Okay,
at 10
yeah, maybe
or
12.
11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe 12. Yeah, he's
But
pretty stubby. I thought he was a little longer than that.
you get a little green face hugger for but yeah, again, like at this point, you're like, yes, this is absolutely what I need. Like, you obviously don't have the size of collection I do. Oh, here we go. Here's the size. Oh, 5.25. So yeah, probably 12 on
12.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Oh, they even have it measured. There we go. 10.5.
10.5. Oh, okay.
Double
Wow.
size. All right. So we miss you, Mantis 99s, if you still listen. New Super7 Deluxes. Yeah, speaking of the Thundercats. So these are $35. And I am collecting these again because that stupid get me with the vintage card. You know, this is what it looked like when you bought it back in the day. So there's the Tigra.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, these I love. I have the only ones so far are Lion-O and Monkey-In. I've seen these in the store. I just didn't pull the trigger yet. I'm waiting for a toy sale from Target. And then these deluxe Godzillas, which is annoying as hell to me. I pre-ordered one right away when they first came out because I was like, oh my God, $35 like Super 7 Godzillas. I'm like, this is amazing. Well, they're not like the other deluxes where they just cut out accessories and repack them. These are actually like scaled way down. I think these are like 4.5 inches tall or something like that. They come, there we go, 5 inches tall. Whereas a regular like Ultimates is, I would say, closer to 7 to 8 inches tall.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, I was just like, oh, these are no fun. Although I really love -1, and I do like the look of this -1.
I've heard lots of good things about it. I haven't seen it, so I guess I need to get on that.
God, definitely watch it. I was gonna say, I'm like, if you're a hardcore Godzilla fan from way back in the day, watching Godzilla -1 minus color is really a cool experience, like a black and white Godzilla movie that's modernized and everything. But the story of it is really what's good. Like there are lots of other Godzilla movies I like better, but this is probably the best Godzilla movie that's ever been made. Like on the scale of good to bad movies, kind of thing.
Okay.
Not as much Godzilla as I'd like, but again, it's a really good movie.
I'll probably get around to watching it. As much good press as I've heard about it, so many good reviews. Yeah, sounds like it's a neat to watch.
And now I think it's on, if you have Netflix, like half the country does, I guess. What's kind of cool about it is that you can watch it dubbed. Okay. So you don't have to, I'm not sure if you're a fan of reading movies. I try to avoid it at all costs, but there's just too many good horror movies that have never been dubbed. And that
kind of have to.
Stuff. Yeah. So if you watch it on Netflix, you can get a dubbed version, which makes it, in my opinion, a little bit more enjoyable. Mm-hmm. I watched it subbed in the theater and it wasn't awful. There's not huge diatribes or anything where you're reading for 5 minutes at a time. It's pretty quick paced movie, but that's another option for you or anybody else out there. You can watch it in color. You can watch it in black and white. You can watch it with subtitles. You can watch it dubbed. So lots of options for every movie watcher.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah. I'm definitely going to watch it.
Badass. Where'd you go? Did he put no, didn't even put a comment in there. Jesus Christ. These guys just think they got the run of the land over here. Badass, I'm giving away free classified figures still in the box. The ones you don't have. All right. Let's see. Third party. This was probably one of the coolest third party things I've seen in a long time. So this is a Lego set that they put out a few months ago. It's a mini build. I think it builds about a 4 or 5 inch Falcon. So it's a really fun little build. But what this dude did was took all the parts from the Millennium Falcon and showed that you could build 19 other vehicles from it. Wow. Now, of course, not all at once, obviously, but so we see here the Firefly, which is absolutely amazing, or Firefly class Serenity was the name of the ship. And
RoboCop and Ed 209.
Yeah, we look at those too. So,
sorry, I'm reading ahead. Sorry.
No, you're all good. You're all good. So this must be the dude here.
Yeah.
So this rebrickable is really interesting. It's a Lego fan site, but they have this stuff where you can buy the PDF instructions on there. So you can kind of get a preview here of what his instructions look like. Okay. And it's super cheap, like I say, I'm kind of like, oh, I wish these were free. But just gorgeous designs on there. So there's Serenity. Like you say, the other one I was really interested in was the RoboCop and Ed 209. So slightly out of scale here. That's more an Ed 209 Junior. But still, and his legs are wonky. Like that's what I looked at. I was like, oh, there's no way to like get his legs in. They're just always kind of splayed out like that. So that's what we were talking about is this guy took this Millennium Falcon mini build and made 19 different ships from it. And then now you can buy the building instructions for any one of those ships. So let's look at another one. I'm not a Metal Gear fan, but do you guys play Metal Gear? This is a Metal Gear Rex.
Kind of recognize it, but I didn't.
There's the figure it's based off of. Let's see, what do we want to look at here? Oh, Starship Enterprise. How about that? So that's a pretty good looking Starship Enterprise. And then Enterprise D. That must be New Generations. What else? Imperial Star Destroyer. So just amazing that just with the pieces from that one set, this guy not only built all this shit, but actually took the time to make fucking and there's easy ways to do it. It's not like he drew everything himself or anything, but took the time to make the PDF instructions for all of this shit.
Well,
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, there's hope for you yet, Slick. You can get yourself some Star Wars instructions and make your little fucking Star Wars thing.
Toyhax had another update. The only thing really fun here, so stuff for the 13 Prime, stuff for the aerial bots and Constructicons and that kind of stuff. The cool thing here, in my opinion, was they have two different sets for the Devastation Optimus Prime. So the first one is to make them look very G1. So you're getting a lot of those foil stickers here, so you can see regular over here versus the stickered up version. So they always do good about filling in the molding and stuff like that. Looks like you get complete chrome wraps for the thighs. So kind of a cool thing there, but the one I really like is this. So he comes with like cell shaded glass, but that's about it. And considering the game was completely cell shaded, that was really doing it a disservice. So here you can see they've made labels to cell shade the entire thing. So you get cell shading on the legs and on the arms, and even on his grill, it's got kind of like, you know, a light source cell shading on it. And this one, I was like, oh, nice. I found the next set I'm going to get. The fucking set itself is more than what I paid for the toy. I only paid $17 for $16.50 for the toy, and the set's $20. So guess I'll have to wait for a sale on this one too. I mean, it's quite a bit of stickers. If you look down here, here's the sticker layout and stuff. But the problem I have is half those sticker, like these light stickers and shit, barely stay on. You've got to use like sticker glue for them and shit. But it's on Jomo. It's on Jomo.
Yeah, I'm always tempted by those, but I haven't bought any of the aftermarket stickers at all. They look really cool though.
I've gotten some of the more inexpensive ones, and then I got a couple of like more expensive sets, and they just don't stick well. Like, I mean, that's the problem.
I got my G1 Metroplex ones, and they stuck on perfect.
Well, but for the most part, you're sticking it on flat panels, right?
Yeah.
Like
not much texture there.
Yeah. So that's the problem is with the newer things, everything's rounded and they're not awful. Like I say, I've had some that stuck pretty well, but they even sell sticker glue now just to make sure, kind of thing. So all right, that's it for third part. See, we're moving right along. I wonder if Cliff's watching, or if he's having an existential toy crisis, and he's like, I just don't want to have anything to do with toys right now. Store report, nothing big there. I can't think of anything I've seen. I mean, the newest waves of Transformers, we've talked about those, have been out for a while. Yeah, nothing really amazing. So since there's nothing amazing in the store, spend your money online. 4 Horsemen will be having a in-stock sale this Thursday, right? Is that what my link said here?
Yeah.
May the 8th. Yeah. 11 a.m. Eastern time. So, I should have kept the fucking email because Jesus. Hold on. I don't share my whole screen, so people won't be able to see that. This is good. You can't see all my hidden email secrets. 314 in stock sale here. Let me see. I'll just have to share this separate. Because again, I'm so awful with the names. the pictures are the only things that do me any good.
Well, they
So,
definitely put a lot of
let's see.
effort into those names. You almost have to go get a degree in speaking the language that they have to. I mean, it's I don't even
yeah,
know how
it's
you pronounce half that stuff.
I wonder if they do have like a naming convention or some kind of pattern they're following or something like that.
Something.
All right. So here's the in-stock sale. So it includes the All-Stars Wave 5, right? Yep, All-Stars Wave 5, Cosmic Legions Wave 1 and 2, so you can catch up on those. The big ones is Ganesh, the Hindu god of, or maybe it's just a Hindu god. Maybe they don't have gods of. But anyways, the elephant with 6 arms or 6 limbs, I should say, that was their figura obscura during our our month break we took from Talking Toys. So he sold out. All in one packages sold out the fastest, like they always do. People got to get their mugs and enamel pins and shit. So they held back stock for this sale for that. So if you're interested in Ganesh and didn't know that they were doing it, now you know, and now you can go buy them. And then there are 2 exclusives from this year. The ZoloCon, the black and white skeleton, which is, I think that's a throwback from, what was the knockoff MOTU line that's really popular?
I can't think of the name of it.
No, yeah,
Galaxy Warriors, wasn't it?
No, not a third party, like a new one. The one back in the day.
Yeah, it was Galaxy Warriors.
Was it?
Yeah, that's where they had the snake head guy and all that stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was Galaxy Warriors.
Okay, I'm trying to think of the company that made Galaxy Warriors then. Ranger Galaxy Warriors. Here we go. Remco, that's what it was. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, good on you. I didn't know they were called Galaxy Warriors. I was trying to think of Remco. Yeah, the snake. Oh my God. I still need to get one of those in my collection.
That guy with the fucking cobra head looks fucking dope.
Yeah, so I believe this is based off of a skeleton they did back then. That black and white one. And then their ATL. Oh, what were we? Oh, what's funny is I totally forgot I wasn't sharing my screen. Mm-hmm. And so when I was looking at the eBay, you guys can see it. So the ZoloCon exclusive and then the ATL exclusive, which was it's a Cosmic Legions, and it was basically a roadblock or a heavy duty, whatever you want to call them. So those will be available this Thursday. Let me stop sharing that. Stop sharing. Now let me share this. Oh, no. There we go. All right. New Micro Galaxy Squadron pre-orders available on Walmart.com. Not sure if these are exclusives or if they're just available there first. The TIE Reaper is a super fun ship, in my opinion. Great little thing. Oh, already out of stock. Wow. So very cool little TIE ship. What was it? Film inspired 9-inch. Oh, from Rogue One. Crazy. Iconic villains, Death Trooper Commander and 2 Death Troopers. So, come on. There we go. Cool little Death Troopers there. Is that like a little landing pod? No, that's just landing gear. And then the other one that is infinitely more famous, the ARC 170 fighter from Revenge of the Sith with the clone pilots in it. Come on. Let's go. Let's look at this. I love how they do this, how they make the wing detachable so they can fit it in their box. Still looking pretty good. Yeah, this one's not quite as exciting. You can see it there. 7.5 inches wide.
Wow.
That's what she said.
Wow.
I do like those. Those are kind of cool because it's if you don't have the room and the space for then the money for the full size vehicles, you can just do those and kind of fill out a set, and it's cool.
Exactly, I agree. I mean, they're some of my favorite. I went completist with Action Fleet back in the day, besides some like rare ones that were worth, even back in the day, worth $300. I'm like, I'm not buying a figure this big and a ship this big for $300.
Yeah.
But there is a resurged interest in them, and I put a bunch of them loose but complete, had their figures, had their stand, and they sold like that the next day. I obviously didn't price them high enough to have them hang around too long, but I mean, that was nice. But yeah, I mean, they sold quick. So there's obviously a renewed interest in them since Micro Galaxy Squadron.
Yeah.
And then the thing I kicked myself last year for not getting, but I don't want this one. This is another one of those what's new is old. So the Starspeeder 3000 came out last year, and that one was based on the original Star Tours. Okay, so the old school one. Now, this Starspeeder 1000, for some reason, smaller numbers, newer, is now going to be available. Oh, it's available right now in the Disney store. Let's see if it's sold out. Because that one last year was a D23 exclusive, and they offered some up for sale, and they sold out like instantaneously. Do they have the link for? Oh, there we go. At this link. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Already fucking sold out. $350. And again, this is not a Hasbro product. It is a 3 3/4 Star Wars product, but it's not Hasbro. The stuff that they sell at Disney and that kind of stuff, it may be produced by Hasbro, but it's actually like there's no Hasbro on the packaging. It just says Disney on it. But this is really cool. If you don't remember it from last year, let's see, can we get into some pictures here? No, that's not where we wanted to go. That was too far. Wait, you're going the wrong way. I'm trying like, here, let's look at the back end of my website. Let's see here.
Oh, time for a break.
All right. Starspeeder 1000. There we go. So it can fit 25 figures, 25 3 3/4 figures in there. It does have working seat belts because, of course, if you're on a ride in Disney, you have to have a seat belt on. It's got a 4.5-inch LED display at the front of it. So if you've never ridden Star Wars, you get into one of these Star Speeders, and then there's a big screen in front of you. And the screen, it's like you're riding in this speeder, right? So it's shaking, your seats are going up and rumbling, and on the screen is they're playing what you're flying through. You're going on a tour and stuff like that. So these have the screen that has scenes from Star Tours, all this kind of stuff. So because we're only bringing it up to you now, if you didn't know about it, too late. It's sold out. So sorry. We should have done a show earlier. But yeah, pretty cool. Very expensive. The one from last year, it was only $300. The screen didn't have the quite the resolution of this one. This one has like an HD resolution or something like that. But and this one obviously is from the new Star Tours. All right. Whew. Thank God. Time for me to stop talking a little bit. I'm getting perched. All right. So we'll do this like we normally do. Who has the least? I definitely assume have the most. I think Badass,
Probably.
you said you didn't have very much, right?
I got 6 items.
What about you, Brian? You got
I'm more
anything
than-
to show?
Yeah, I'm like 10. I think 10.
Ooh, all right, Badass. You're first up.
All right.
First up on the hot seat.
So I picked me up a G.I. Joe Maverick from Battle Force 2000.
Ooh, yeah. I always thought he was a snow guy. I had him in my snow list. I just scanned like pictures of G.I. Joe when I first started collecting vintage, and I'm like, okay, all the snow guys. And I thought he was I thought a few of the astronauts were snow guys.
I got me a Lightfoot.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Is that complete? Does that have everything?
Yeah, got everything with them.
Oh, super cool.
And I got me a Frostbite.
And these are ones you didn't have before, or did you just pick them up? Because
I just picked them up. I got me a Sky Sweep for Battle Force 2000.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why I'm getting those right now, but I'm all about them.
Well, you want to talk about things to sell? Remember when we went through weeks and weeks of going, no idea where those boxes are right now.
No
I'm
way.
like, those would be perfect to sell right now. G.I. Joe's like making a comeback.
I got the Superpowers Batman with the black line cape.
Oh, nice.
I got the Robin with the black line cape. The two-tone cape as well.
Yeah, are those variants, or are they just?
They were supposed to be part of like he did a Kickstarter, and those were supposed to be the figures that in it. It came with the Batboat, but somehow they became mainline, and the Kickstarter was irrelevant.
Gotcha.
And I got this guy, Bruce Batman with no cowl.
The Chase, right?
The Chase. Yeah, I had my guy at GameStop fucking get her done.
Crap. That's cool. Nice. Oh yeah.
And then I got these as well. These are cool little like stickers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, those are cool. Did you get those at like somebody online?
No, AliExpress, man.
Oh really?
Yeah, dude.
That's cool. Yeah, I saw the big Jim.
Mask
in there. And
one flag
action team.
I love it.
Oh yeah, I did. Those are dope. Yeah, too bad we can't get those anymore. Like fucking Temu literally just said, "You're from the United States. We don't ship there anymore."
They ship to Canada.
Yeah, if people didn't know, so all the talk of the tariffs and what are the tariffs going to do and blah, blah, blah. So on Saturday went into effect the small package loophole that China had, that if you ordered something for less than 80 or $800 and it was smaller than a certain size, it was super cheap for China to ship it to the United States. That's why you could buy $2 things shipped from China. That loophole is ended. So if you're trying to get anything cheap from China, not only are the tariffs gonna kicking in, now the small package loophole is gone. So your shipping might be $5 on a $1 item now, that kind of shit. So
it's always difficult.
Right. Yeah, way to go. Canada's got us beat. We joked on our test call. I was like, now I'm gonna have to have a pile of loot with
they're gonna start doing
my
shipping
ship there.
Distribution places in Canada now.
Yeah, just so you know, your dollar's stronger than ours right now. Now's a good time to make a payment.
Okay, yeah. Right. Is it?
Yeah. It's like they're like, if anybody owes anybody in America money, now's the time to do it because our dollar is so low.
Oh, 72 cents.
That's
All
funny.
right, Ryan, go for it. Sorry.
All right, well,
no.
if Cliff's still listening, or if he was ever listening, he can stop paying attention right now because I got some. I'll start off with some Transformers.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got him.
Yeah, they got Hasbro
Nice.
Pulse. They showed up, and then I saw them at Target the same day. They like the day before they showed up. So, but I got these two, and I think what's the bigger? Is it Silverbolt?
Silverbolt, yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to be on the way. I haven't seen him
Commander.
anywhere else.
I'm waiting to see those in the wild.
Yeah, I didn't want to
So
wait.
that
just
was
'cause-
Slingshot and Air Raid. Is that right?
Yeah.
Are
Sorry,
those
Slingshot
the
and Air Raid. Yeah, these were ones I never had as a kid, so they were definitely ones where I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna do it." Yeah. Why deprive myself?
I never had any aerial bots either. I had Cons, I had Constructicons, I had Terracons, but yeah, I never had any aerial bots. I wonder.
My aunt bought me the gift set of the aerial bots, so I had all of that.
Very
like the
cool.
Big Superion.
Oh yeah.
Lucky kid.
Yeah. And I have the gift set now. So
Nice.
Yeah.
I got, and I don't see you guys talk about these very much, but I got some of the Street Fighter, Jada Street Fighter.
Ooh, nice.
I just happen to be so weird. It happens sometimes. I don't know if this is like for you guys, but I'll go to a Target or the Targets that are near my house, and they've got nothing. I don't see anything, and then I had to go across town, and I'm like running into stuff left and right. And this one was sitting there, and I think even cooler is the Blanca.
Oh, Blanca! I've been waiting for to see Blanca.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're just sitting there staring at me, like waiting for me.
Dude, the weirdest thing at my Target, I saw a Ryu. I never saw, or Ryu, if you want to be that. I call him Ryu. I never saw him in the wild. Period. I had to buy him off of Amazon because I got worried that I was never going to see him. So I said to hell with Jomo and bought him full price. I saw fucking Ryu this week. Like that was the first wave. Are they okay?
I think so. I saw somebody. They went and they saw like a ton of them at Walmart and Target.
Do you by chance have a normal size fig? Because those are both oversized, right? The Sagat and the
I do have some of the first whatever Ryu and Cammy and some of those. Yeah,
do you have
a lot bigger?
Okay. Do you have one of them packaged nearby?
I might be able to find one. And give me a minute.
No,
okay.
don't worry.
But it is significantly bigger.
Is it okay? I just wanted to see them next to each other to see the difference.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's maybe not double, but it's.
Oh wow! So that's much bigger.
It's pretty close. So yeah, they are definitely oversized. It's pretty significant. Yeah. If I think of it, yeah, I'd bring it. But yeah, I don't know where it is right now. But yeah, that's
no worries.
Yeah, and then I picked up. I guess it was the Target. They were doing the. Holophone.
The Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, so I haven't cracked them open yet, but
I was gonna say, did you cut the tape? I want to see that door open.
Hold your horses.
Oh, look at that! He's doing it right now.
Why not?
You just devalued his figure by half. Oh, that's good. The tape's still intact there.
Yeah, it'll seal back. So
that is super cool. Oh
yeah. Oh, and the pterodactyl. That was the
Terry. Yeah,
Terry the pterodactyl.
Oh my gosh, that's worth every penny right there. Yeah. You want to talk about like nostalgia?
I was gonna say I wasn't a huge Pee Wee guy. I learned to love him almost after the fact, like after I learned how much he went through to create this character, and then I've seen one documentary about Pee Wee's playouts, but even just seeing that like gave me so much more respect for that show.
Oh yeah.
I watched that show. I watched those movies. Like I loved that.
I love the movies. I watch the movies a lot, but I don't know why I didn't catch the show. I don't know. Maybe it was on against something else. I mean, that's why I fucking didn't get to see the ending of Cheers, because I started watching Seinfeld instead of Cheers.
You didn't watch the end of Cheers?
No. I was like, I love Seinfeld from like the day I saw it. And so they conflicted. They were at the exact same time on Thursdays.
Aren't they on the same channel?
No, I don't think so.
I have to double
Let's see.
that.
You go ahead and I'll confirm. I'll be my fact checker.
And then the other one I got was Count. Yeah, I was
Sesame Street.
Yeah, again, just hitting the nostalgia button.
two.
I was going to say, who's going to do the Count impersonation first? It was you. And then I know, let's see. Yes. Now, you have to remind me if you're getting these unpunched. If I'm ruining these, I don't know if you got these already, but the cartoon collection.
Yeah, I have the cartoon collection of Hordak.
Yeah.
He's dope.
Hordak and Manny Faces.
Oh yeah, you got the Manny Faces right on.
Yeah, and these are just so cool. Like I was never like a huge Masters fan, but these cartoon ones are just.
I know that they're epic.
They're cool. They're so cool. I love them. Like you said, Hordak. The face on Hordak is like perfect.
That's a bang on face for Hordak.
Oh yeah. And then for the 90s nostalgia, don't ask me why. Because I don't have like a great love, but I got one of the Rob Liefeld. I don't know if you could see it, the Blood Wolf from Loose Collector. Yeah. And I just I didn't. It's not like I love the character, but just something about reading those comics in the '90s because I still read a lot of comics today, and it was just like.
Was that from the Wildcats?
No, it was just like a random character that they made up. I mean, obviously they make them all up. That's stupid, but it was like a short term. I don't know if it had a long running line at all. It was like what was it? Image Dark,
right?
And that was the character that he had. And then I never remember seeing anything about it again. But it was still Rob Liefeld, that '90s aesthetic,
right?
Yeah, but. That's it. That's pretty much it. I think I said around 10. It was like 9.
Yeah. Well, you better have an exact number next time, buddy. Okay, so here's what so Cheers, the finale of Cheers, they ran the commercial for Seinfeld, and Seinfeld took Cheers's time slot.
Okay.
So that must have been why I was like, oh, I don't watch Cheers anymore. I watch Seinfeld, not realizing Cheers had actually ended right when Seinfeld started.
Okay.
So that's Seinfeld just picked up right where Cheers left off.
But they were on the same channel though, right? Because
that's what I'm saying is.
Yeah, because I was watching an episode the other day where
it was must see TV.
Mm-hmm.
And so the week after the Cheers finale was the first episode of Seinfeld.
Gotcha.
Because Seinfeld's first season was only like 6 episodes or 8 episodes or something like that. All right. Well, let's do this. We got 45 minutes. I think I can do it. It's been a month, man. It's been a month. Okay. I'm not going to go newest to oldest. I'm going to do closest to furthest. So my one free comic book day purchase was an old school. What was this? Mattel? Yeah. Oh, Spin Masters. That's what it was. Old Spin Masters Natiri for $2.40. I gotta support my local comic book shops as they give me lots of free comics. So yeah, we got some good ones here. I got the last Energon Universe that they had, luckily. I got the last Black Mirror that they had.
Cool.
And then Godzilla, Hulk, and then my daughter got some Spider-Man. My other I'm getting the Star Wars one. Oh, here. My daughter did want a Star Wars one for Star Wars Day, so they had a Star Wars #1. I'm getting mine from DCBS. This is a funny one. This is Transformers' worst bot ever.
Ballpoint pen?
Yeah, ballpoint pen. His name's Ballpoint. First appearance. So
that's cool.
That'll be kind of interesting. I doubt I'll be picking up any new lines of comics, but that's what Free Comic Book Day is fun for.
You're making me regret it. I didn't go to Free Comic Book Day today or yesterday.
Oh,
yeah, I know. I'm a bad fan. I apologize.
Let's see. She was on clearance, so she finishes out my Sabine collection. I now have every Sabine that's ever made besides 12-inch. Dude, she is a fucking Mandalorian graffiti artist. Come on, give me a break. She's probably the coolest concept figure ever made. All right. Going down the travels of Crank, kind of pissing me off because I'm paying more for Krangs that I'd seen in stores years ago. But Best Action Krang here. This was a fun purchase that I can't wait to bust open at my Ross. It is a Stegosaurus mech armor for Iron Man.
Of course.
Now, Iron Man's not my favorite, but come on, a Stegosaurus mech armor.
You had to get it. I get it.
It's pretty cool.
But the best thing is, it was $4.
$4, yeah. You can't go wrong with $4. You really can't.
Was on it, and it was a date night. Like the restaurant we went to had like an hour wait. And so they had a Ross in their parking lot. And I was like, let's go to Ross. So I knew I was about to spend $100 on dinner. So $4 on a stupid toy didn't seem like very much to me.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Like, hey, when you're spending hundreds of dollars on car repairs, why not buy yourself some new seat covers? You know?
Exactly.
These guys went on super sale on Amazon. This I think I got for $7.50 for the whole family, so couldn't pass that up for little shelf display of the family there. Absolute Collecting in the house. What's up, Lucas James? Glad you could join us. Did I show these on a previous one? I think I might have, right? Did I not put this in my pile? But this is the Amazon exclusive. These are the Spin Masters as well.
I have.
Right?
Me and Cliff both got those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what I remember is you guys showing off. But yeah, again, super cheap. Like I think this went down to $12, so it made them $4 a figure. Couldn't pass that up. My stupid rationale of I'm a GameStop Pro member, so I must buy something from GameStop every month because I'm not going to lose my $5. So I spent $20 extra to get a Bandai, not a Super 7. This one's actually better than Super 7s in my opinion. And Super 7s is $35. This is $25 retail, but it's a -1 Godzilla there. Maybe the back. Yeah, there you go. Back's easier to see. So because they didn't have any classified, the only Black Series they had I didn't want or already had. So I was trying to fill something in from the Jomo list because that wasn't on it. But never got it. But speaking of Hordak, I got this Hordak, Hurricane Hordak, with his punk rock head there.
Yeah.
I like the punk rock head.
Did we ever figure out what that is a reference to?
I think that's a Prime. Like that's Hordak Prime's head, isn't it?
Horde Primes, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody know what the spiky mohawk Prime? If that,
or maybe that's from the comic book.
Yeah, I don't know. Really cool how they did this because obviously the old Hordak had a straight arm and the mechanism was built into it.
Yeah,
spinning on the back.
Yeah.
So what they did was give you this little like gauntlet. So he still has a super articulated arm here and here, but you can put the gauntlet on it and do his hurricaning with that. So he's fun. There's his weird head on there. And the back metalling is cool. It's like dingy, but it's not supposed to be. It's a new process that shouldn't fail over time. Hopefully they've figured out chemistry by now, and this will not fail over the next 20 years, but who knows. But it's just not quite as shiny as that traditional back metal. one of the downfalls of selling on eBay every day is you get sucked into things like this. It's a 3D printed Falcor. I'll tell you what, if I had to go to school, I would probably take this as my friend and get made fun of by everybody, but it's fucking long.
Beat up in the parking lot.
Yeah.
He's like 15 inches long.
That's super cool.
The coolest thing, I've never seen this before, it's with a silk white filament. So granted, the only part that was shiny on him was his scales on top, but it's still kind of a really cool filament to use for him. So he's just been hanging out on my coffee table for 2 weeks. The new Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith retro 6-pack went on sale on Disney Store for $40 a piece. So if you bought 2, you got free shipping, and of course I needed 2, one to open and one to keep in box. So got a really good deal on those, considering they're like 60 or 65 regularly. So
yeah, it's a good deal.
Didn't get to those today. Today I did a really fun thing that I'm going to talk about real quick while I take a shot and take a drink. So today I had I'm going through, I posted over 80 different Star Wars figures on eBay last week. And as I'm pricing them out, trying to figure out what the market is for them and that kind of shit. Because I do buy it now on all my shit. I don't fuck with auctions. As I'm pricing them out, I'm like, oh, this thing's worth $1. So I just put it in this pile. So I created this pile of like 15 different Star Wars figures that are just worthless to try to sell on the secondary market, but I left them all for today. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch a Star Wars show and I'm going to open up these 15 figures ranging from Power of the Jedi, Power of the Force 2, to Saga, to Clone Wars, to Legacy Collection. And so I started watching the new Tales. They made one called Tales of the Jedi. They made another cartoon called Tales of the Sith. And now they made a new one that just premiered today called Tales of Scum and Villainy. Right? Is that what it's called? I think so. Anyways, it's an anthology series based off of the Clone Wars style animation where they tell like one-off stories. So I started watching that today. Well, it turns out it wasn't just one-off. The new series is going in arcs. So I was like, God damn it, I don't want to have to watch like 3 or 4 of these in a row. So what I decided to do is every time I opened a figure, I went on Disney Plus, I went and found the scene that figure was shown in, and I watched 5 to 10 minutes of the movie. So I watched part of the Battle of Endor. I watched part of the Battle of Naboo. I watched General Grievous kidnapping Palpatine in the Clone War, the Genndy Clone Wars cartoon. I watched the beginning of Jabba's palace because I had a Gamorrean guard to open. Like, so it was really just fun. Like, I just clicked over and watched 10 to 15 minutes of a movie featuring whatever action figure I was opening up. So that was kind of a fun way to do it. Devastation Prime. And then I've only been able to find Air Raid. I haven't found Slingshot yet, but he was on sale. They were doing that 30% off sale when I found him. So
nice.
that gave me the impetus to go ahead and get him. These are cool, but they piss me off because so these are Black Major's new Tiger Force tactical team. So you get Shockwave and Beachhead and Tiger Force colors. He also did a low light. So he initially put these up as a 3-pack for pre-order, and I missed that somehow. And then so he was like, okay, we'll have very few singles left, but jump on them, when I can. So I got these 2. he put the fucking low light up for sale on a day I was snowboarding with my daughter. And so I missed that. And now I like have no, he's like, nope, they're all gone. Sorry. I'm like, oh, great. So now I have a missing Black Major figure I have to try to find, which I'm never going to find. I have to just be okay with that. And that's okay. Dr. Wu, this is a clear Starscream with his throne and coronation kit. The thing I fucked up on this is, so you could just buy the coronation kit, or you could buy all 3 Seekers in the coronation kit, or you could buy this clear one and the core. And I was like, oh, cool. I'll get the clear one, and then I'll have the coronation kit for my regular Starscream. Well, the coronation kit and the throne are also clear. So it's not awful, but I'm like, oh, I did not make that out from the rendering that I pre-ordered from, of course. But so I have a clear Starscream for the fun of it. And then this is a super, and that was Dr. Wu, speaking of which. This was something I saw come up, and I'm just like, I've never even heard of this. It was coming in stock at Showzi's store, and so I just could not help myself. It is a legend scale Primus, or Cybertron is actually what I want to buy it for. But it's literally like the Seed, the Studio One Seed, like the deco and everything is very similar to it. This little shield and scythe, I guess, that he's holding is actually the stand that holds him. So I haven't cracked him open, and I can't remember what size he was, but this was only $22 shipped. So even if he's, oh Jesus, yeah, see. And this is what a legend scale. I mean, that's fucking 9 inches there. So yeah, oh my God, an amazing paint. Even that blue has nice shiny paint on it. Not that I'm a big shiny paint guy, but that's pretty insane. $22 shipped from China.
It's not bad at all.
Let me find another Legends. This is a Hasbro Legends scale. It's still third party, but so yeah, he's a big boy for being Legends scale. Again, the problem with him, just like with my Unicron, is I'm going to transform him into Cybertron mode.
Just be done.
And that's how he's going to stay. It's really a $22 Cybertron.
There you go. Hey, it's a good price.
All right. Last couple things here and we'll be done. It's got to be boring by now. These were my toy show finds. Or this one wasn't toy show. This Target is starting to clearance out some of their old reaction figures. So take a look. This one wasn't as cheap, but they had some as cheap as like $4.50 if you're into them just for something fun. This one was still like $10.50. It was 50% off, or $10.25. But gotta have a rock steady. Okay. One more thing. This is a rabbit hole I definitely am a little afraid to go down, so I've been doing Watchmen. If you've been collecting for at least, when did they do this line? Been collecting for about 15 years, you might have seen this. This was done towards the end of DC Classics by Mattel. And it's the Watchmen. They did Silk Spectre, the Comedian, Ozymandias, Night Owl 2, Dr. Manhattan, and Rorschach. So the cool thing is if you have all 6 of them together with the box, It has the Who Watches the Watchmen. When you open it up, so this is Silk Spectre. This is obviously the cheapest one. I was able to get her $22 shipped off of eBay. She's opened, of course. Come on, baby. To get the whole set, it's like $400 because like Dr. Manhattan's $100, Warsac's $100. But then it also has this cool fucking, like, there's like so many different ways to display this. You can display it like this, and it makes a big Watchmen thing. And it's actually like made to look like a book.
I don't remember these at all.
Yeah, they were a very short run. They were Maddie Collector exclusives, and you had to sub to them and all this kind of shit. So if you miss subbing, I don't know if they even sold singles. So this was just my taste. The first taste is inexpensive, and now I'm like,
that's how they get you.
Oh my God. All right. Toy show shit, and then I'm done, I promise. This is kind of crazy. This is Captain Simeon and the Space Monkeys. This is also Mattel. The reason why I thought this was the coolest thing in the world is, where the hell did it go? Okay, here we go. The bubble in there, this spins. So there's like a little there's like a little thing inside. And I think if it wasn't so old and decrepit, it might spin a little bit more freely. But yeah, he's literally spinning inside the bubble here. So
that's cool. I've never seen that before. Or at least I don't remember seeing that.
I've never seen this line before. But they've got a bunch of shit.
Oh,
and this gorilla looks super cool over here.
Oh, yeah.
So again, hopefully not a line
Is that from the movie Ultra?
It's not from a movie. I think this is straight toy line. Like,
no, because the kid in that movie, he was drawing a thing called Space Monkey, and
was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
Ultra America? It's one where the kid is like the CSI or a CIA like operative, and he's a sleeper mode, and then the chick activates him, and then he goes fucking apeshit in this little town and stuff.
This is not sounding familiar to me. Anybody else?
He was a god in that.
What year are we talking about here?
It's got to be like 2015, 14. Ultra America, Ultra.
Sounds vaguely familiar, but
and it's got that kid that's
it's that one movie with the kid.
Yeah, this is all just a little too vague, dude. And he draws pictures, you know. The CIA in a small town is But anyway, all right. So the Space Simeon, so these were all at a booth that it was it's one of our bigger comic stores here in town. They had a booth that was all like 4 for $10, 2 for $6, crazy shit like that. People were buying boxes of stuff, and I'm like, you know, this is here because it hasn't sold in their comic shops, right? Like there's no interest in it. But anyways, this one was a little fun one, a Dutch from Predator, where he's all muddied up. So
the bow and arrow.
Yeah. Bow and arrow. And what's crazy is the bow and arrow actually has notches, and it comes with a little piece of string to attach it, which is pretty rare nowadays to do that. And then it also comes with this little torch. That's the one I was really excited about.
Oh, okay. Cool.
$250 on that guy. And then This also started a new thing I'm watching on eBay. Waterworld figures. So we got Decker here, and then they made like 3 different fucking Kevin Costners. This one is Hydro Stinger Mariner. So here's the ones on the back. So I don't think I need the whole collection, but I think I want his ship. Yeah. And then also the Wave Runner. Yeah, the jet skis on there. So I don't want the whole collection, but I want the most expensive things from the collection, of course.
Makes sense.
So, yeah,
so it's American Ultra 2015. It has
American Ultra.
And it has what's his face? I just looking at his name here. Jesse Eisenberg.
Eisenberg.
Eisenberg,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It has Walt Goggins in it.
Shit! And
he's called the Laugher.
Twilight chick, Kristen Stewart. Oh, and Topher Grace and John Leguizamo. Wow, Connie Britton.
It's a really good movie, but again, in this movie, he's drawing pictures of space. It's called Space Monkey. It's a comic that he's drawing.
Oh, okay. Well, this movie is way too new. Those space monkeys are from the 80s.
Yeah, this looks like from the 80s or 90s at latest. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I'll have to rewatch that. I have seen that movie, but it would have been probably around the time it came out way back then, and I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, that's
especially not Walton Goggins in it. All right. Okay, and then two more $2.50, and that's because I didn't walk this toy show at all. I talked about it on the last episode how it just wasn't fun for me, or it's just not fun for me anymore. I'm like there to work, but this big comic shop put up this booth across, and so this was at the end of the day. So this is after everybody has picked over shit. This is what the stuff was still left. And I don't know how these were still left, but indie retro figures. So the Temple of Doom with his shirt open and the fucking not a hatchet. Machete. Thank you, Jesus. I'm a horror fan. I'm a Jason fan. Shouldn't know that. The machete he uses to chop the bridge. And then as much as I'd rather have the German engineer because I like the fist fight, I always loved this guy. He was just, he was like creepy. Scary in a different way.
Yeah, he's got that that thing burned in his hand.
Yeah, he burned it into his hand and shit. Yeah, so all right, there we go. Thank you, everybody, for putting up with that. Now I can actually start opening this shit. It just sits in a pile. Right? Is that it? That's it, right? Oh, my God. No, I'm not done. Sorry. Sorry, Charlie. Oh, shit. Now I'm breaking things. Hey, not a good idea when... Not a good idea to be drinking and sitting down and then try to stand up when your room's full of very fragile things. Speaking of those Revenge of the Sith, I got all those.
There you go.
So this kind of sucks. None of them were mint. They were all
because you ordered it from Walmart.
Yeah, exactly. But I ordered them all at the same time. You would think they would ship in the same order. Fuck no. They all ship separately. So like R2-D2, they didn't put his tape on right. So his tape like sticks off of the side and is coming off the back. Of course, his tab is all spidered. Count Dooku's entire corner was bent over here. Little things that annoy me like this, like the 501st. I was talking about maybe I'll just get one figure and get rid of the rest. 501st was one. Looks pretty okay there, right? Now that fucking Star Wars sticker that's supposed to be flat up against the bubble is all like bent back into the package. Kit Fisto isn't bad, but spidering all above his fucking hook. So,
and see, that's what's so frustrating about those is like you're buying them for the packaging.
Yeah,
I hate buying that stuff
exactly.
from Walmart because it's such like 50-50. You're gonna get it in okay condition, or
Like I
it's gonna
said,
be
they played
crushed.
fucking soccer with it down in the warehouse before
Yeah.
it ended.
Ace
And-
Ventura.
Yeah.
And this isn't, I mean, none of this
It's
stuff
fragile.
is bad. It's not as bad as it could be. Like the
No,
tape
it's not
on the
terrible.
R2 was just mistaping at the factory. These other ones, they're all, two of them came in envelopes. So that's a problem right there. But even the ones that came in boxes, they didn't put any packing material. So those are the ones that have like the bent tabs at the top because the figure just kept going back and forth like this. So it bent by it just keep hitting the side of the box. I'm just like,
yeah, I always think of I ordered a vintage collection figure from Walmart and they put it in, just bent it in half.
Yeah, to get it
in
to
there. And I'm like, that's
it. It'll fit now.
Yeah. I'm like, well, great. Yeah, if it showed up in that good a condition, you got lucky.
So this, I'm actually, even though it's available on Amazon now, this I'm actually glad that I bought from Hasbro Pulse. So this is the Ronin 2-pack. Little bit of tear up here on the top, but it's still in its original like tissue paper wrapping, which is really nice. So let's take a look at this bitch.
And that is the Black Series scale, right? Those are like
yeah,
6-inch.
yeah, Black Series scale. And let me see, does this come? If it's taped, I'm gonna take my time. Oh.
It's a cool looking box.
Yeah, it's taped. Yeah, the box is amazing. So this entire box folds out flat as a backdrop. That's, the width of this box times 2.
Yeah.
So big backdrop like that. So not quite sure how I'm going to display it. I don't need to take them out and play with them because like we talked about on the past show, they will be doing standard, regular line releases of them in color. Mm-hmm. So those are probably the ones I'd want to play with versus that. But that was a good one. Again, not sold out on Amazon now, not sold on a Hasbro Pulse. So that'll be one I'm probably kicking myself in November when they put it 35% off. But
yeah, I'm playing the, what do we call it? The clearance chicken on that one.
The long game.
Yeah, playing the long game.
All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, Absolute Collecting. If you're not part of the group, go check out Absolute Collecting's fucking haul from the Chicago Tourist. Like, this is nothing. This is me what I buy in a month. Like, his is twice this, and he bought it in 2 days or 1 day maybe.
In half an hour.
Fucking, yeah. Let's see. It says, Slick, you just make me pull the trigger on the Lego Falcon set. I can't wait till I get all those PDF files and build all those other ships. This is my Star Wars May the 4th haul for today. Good for you. That's a good one. Again, those PDFs, if you want to buy them all, they're like $7 a piece. So you're looking at like $150 for all of them. But yeah, it'd be a fun thing to buy one, buy one this week, build that shit, 2 weeks later, buy another one. That's the price of fucking probably Starbucks. If I bought Starbucks, I assume they're about $6 to $7 nowadays, right?
We haven't bought Starbucks in a while, but I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, that's for sure.
And then AAA also says, can Jason stop getting into new lines? That's a fun part about it. But yeah,
I mean, no.
Yeah, the answer is no. Because what I do is I just put them on an eBay safe search. And they either get to the point where they get so expensive that I feel like it's no longer worth doing, or after watching them for 2 years, some crazy person puts his entire Watchmen setup for $150, and then I'm like, boom, done. So
yeah, that's definitely you got to play the long game on that, though.
Sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for putting up with that. I appreciate it. All right, let's do grab bag, and then we're gonna get the fuck out here. yeah, this one I put on here specifically for you, Cliff. So if you're listening, not that I'm sure that you saw it, that these exist. McFarlane is doing superpower t-shirts. So these are kind of cool. They use the McFarlane figures on them. So from afar, you know, especially with these little icons, it looks like you're just wearing a cartoon fucking superhero shirt, and instead it's toys. Now I'm not super excited about any of these designs, really, especially because none of them include the Green Lantern. But yeah, it's all right. And then this one, vintage blue. So, oh, you got Jon Stewart in this one at least. But yeah, that was for Cliff. Miss you, brother. All right.
Said he just called in sick today, didn't he?
New Hallmark keepsake ornaments for Transformers, at least. We get Megatron's Might and Bumblebee Metal. Let's see. Infiltration by Decepticons might be imminent with this Christmas tree ornament headed for your tree. The main antagonist of the Transformers, Megatron, stands ready to defeat Optimus Prime in an action pose with his fusion cannon raised. A large dimensional gray and purple Decepticon shield looms behind Megatron for added appeal. Okay, so let's see. I think his fusion cannon broke off that. Oh, no, it's not in the picture. I don't think they know what a fusion cannon is, because it says didn't it say pointing his fusion in an action pose with his fusion cannon raised? Okay. These must be prototypes, because he does not have his fusion cannon. In search of his first car, Sam Wiki picks up an affordable but rusty version of a 1976 Chevy Camaro and unsuspectingly chooses a set of wheels with an unimaginable hidden identity. Relive the action of the 2007 sci-fi movie Transformers with this die-cast metal Christmas tree ornament with wheels that turn. The yellow and black striped vintage muscle car serves as an Earth vehicle disguised for Bumblebee as the Autobots battle the Decepticons to save the universe. But it's not dirty. I don't think this car was ever clean in the movie, was it? Jesus, Hallmark, bro. Fucking get this fucking figured out, bro.
Third-rate company.
I know. Yeah, God. Ah, yeah.
So Bumblebee dirty, Sand Troopers clean. Got it.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yes. Real world dirty. Far, far away imagination land clean.
Okay. I write that down.
Real world talking transforming cars dirty. All right. Visions Volume 3. I meant to delete this because we talked about it in Celebration Japan. And then 3D Joe Pocket Field Guides. Have you seen these, badass?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
And
I just saw these recently, like just yesterday. So, like, what's the size on them? Is it really
so
like
they're so they say the figures are an actual scale. So this thing
3
must
3/4.
be 4 inches.
Yeah,
top.
4 inches.
4 inches.
Yeah, because they have the extra here. Why don't we? Oh yeah, 4 by 5. So
Okay.
5 inches tall, probably, and 4 inches wide. Because they say even the file cards are scaled down 75%, and they barely fit on the page in this.
Yeah.
It's doing so good. So they only needed. So this was made by the guy that did that ridiculous Joe book that weighs like 85 pounds and is, this big.
The art is the art of G.I. Joe.
Was that what
I
that
think
one?
I think I have that one. If it's the same one, it's a big one.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is the Art of G.I. Joe. It's
Yeah.
also the 3D Joe's guy that
Yeah.
you can go to 3D Joe's and see turnarounds of every character. Yeah, so these are made, so they're like made for you to take to like a con or something, but they're 500 pages each. So I'm like, okay, it's 4x5, so that's about that big, but then it's also this thick. Like, how I don't get how it's supposed to be used as a field guide, but
yeah, I don't know if that's just kind of the gimmick on it, because I can't imagine toting 5 of those around in my pocket.
Yeah,
unless I got like a backpack or something. But they're still kind of cool.
Yeah, no, they're super cool. So the first 3 was every 3 3/4 figure, like through the 90s. I don't think it includes Cobra and Joe, like every 94. So every O-ring figure. Then the other one is every file card and variant that they made, which is that's kind of cool, because then you get you can literally, that's just kind of a fun reading thing. And then every carded Joe, and I think it says variants as well. And then now one that's been unlocked is a field guide for what do they call it? Vehicles and play sets.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
it's the
vehicles and play sets. So that one's been unlocked. Now these are not cheap. Let's see.
I think it's like they're like 30 or 40 a piece. In the
35 a piece, and then charging you $10 shipping. So $45 for these. Now you can go all in, and I bet you can save. Yeah. So you can go all in at 90, and then let's see what all in for all shipping. 4. Oh, I thought this was. Oh, I thought he said if you win in I thought the thing I read is if you went in all in on the 3, you would get the 4th for free. But no, there's an all in for 4, I guess. Maybe he was talking about now you could go double all in. If you have a friend, you both can get them.
I don't have any friends.
Double all in on here. Volume 4 unlocks at 125. There's a dealer version. So yeah, I mean, I would love these, but I have the artwork book has every carded figure. The Belomo guide has every accessory variant, all of that. You know, I have things for all of these. But
yeah, I think that's the only the negative, or the only thing that's holding me back on these is like it's already so much of a repeat of stuff that we already have.
Yeah,
to a certain extent. So
yeah, and granted, you can never take that fucking Art of G.I. Joe, but dude, that thing is like 40. I just moved it the other day. I think it's like 40 pounds or something.
It's heavy.
Like that.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do they have? Oh, they've already hit all their unlocks. That 4th guy. So you get slipcase, you get shrink wrap. Oh, interesting. So death to UPC codes. Oh, so if you get, now that we get shrink wrap, now it doesn't have to have a UPC code actually on the book. But yeah, it looks like I assume he'll come up with more stuff. I mean, that's what he did with the G.I. Joe book. He just kept coming up with new stuff to do as the stretch goals got hit. Yeah. So
yeah, and see, I'm saying there's a negative, but I'll probably still get it because I love G.I. Joe and it's coming. So put me down for
2. Yeah, double all in. 120 plus. I think it was only $15 shipping. So
yeah, which isn't that bad.
You're saving money by spending more money.
I'd be stupid not to.
All right. Oh shit. Red Menace is in the house. American Ultra is the movie. It's unrelated to the toys. Okay. Oh, did I? Oh God, he just came on to give me shit. He's like, it's Deacon, not Decker. Oh, I love you so much. I love you so much, Cliff. All right. Well, just to make Cliff jealous, let's sign off very quickly. No long drawn sign off. Just kidding. All right. But I want to thank everybody that was here, including one of the hosts. Also, AAA, Lucas James in the house, Clint Allison, JB was able to make it. Always glad to have you. And also Cowabunga Dude joined us at the beginning. So thank you guys. We really appreciate you being part of the live show. It does make it a lot of fun. And an extra special thank you for Brian for joining us. He might be thinking about making this a regular thing. We'll see if he can put up with us. Cliff was saying that's good. That means he's out. So everybody give Cliff shit. You want Cliff leaving? I don't think you do. Somebody's got to keep me in check. Well, Badass does a pretty good job, and I'm sure Brian will fill in pretty soon as he gets a little more comfortable. I am a bit of a punching bag, and that's the way I like it. All right. We'll see you motherfuckers sooner rather than later.
Next week, not tomorrow.
Oh my God. Later rather than sooner. Peace.